We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
I'm gonna come.
Don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day. Besides, we both know I'm training to become a cage fighter.
If you don't like what is being said, change the conversation.
No, you don't smoke weed. I know this. But I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Back up all my files. File everything you see into a box. Everything. You see a used condom, an executioner's mask, and a goddamn spike paddle. Don't think. Just pack that bitch. Chop suey. Hey, it's me. I'm sexy and I know it.
Welcome one, welcome all. It is Friday night. We made it through a week. Holy cow, how are you beautiful tubers doing? This is a magic night. This is a special night. This is Labor Day weekend. We've already got college football has started. We've got high school football tonight. You beautiful tubers are here. I can't believe it. This is so exciting. I already see, first person I look up here, I see White Rabbit. I'm like, oh, wait a second, I gotta scroll up. She has timing, doesn't she? Tom Gillis, how are you doing? Robin, what's up? Mitchell, happy hashtag FNL. Love it, baby. Oh, Texas Jen. She's got a new avatar. That is awesome. It's cool. I'm Bob. What's up, brother? TR Greater X1, what are you doing, man? Nobody's ever late here. We're always on time. Oh, Miami Spice is keeping it spicy. So anyway, guys, holy cow, we had a week. There was, like I said, it's high school football tonight. Last night, Rabbit and I, we were at the University of Tennessee football game. Tried to do a live stream. I haven't, you guys know I don't go back and look at stuff, right? So, but evidently it did stream some, but then I had to go, it was the weirdest thing. It was like 30 yards away maybe, and I could get coverage. But like where I wanted to stream from, I couldn't get coverage. I was like, oh my gosh, like, dude, this is just, do they not realize that there are more important things going on than college football? Like there is live streaming from a college football game that needs to be going on. Anyway, we had a good time. The University of Tennessee Volunteers easily won against Ball State, which happens to be Jimmy YouTube's here, Jimmy, which happens to be David Letterman's alma mater. Somebody told me that. I don't know. But anyway, then we get back. Oh my gosh. Like, you know, guys, let's face it. I was a little dehydrated. Okay. And so I get back, and this morning I wake up and I'm like, oh, this feels, oh, what's happening? Why didn't I close the blinds? Cool Frog, what's up, buddy? Why did I not close the blinds and just like make it into a cave? And so, you know, my eyes, my little peepers, they're opening up. I'm looking up. I'm like, oh, because, you know, I don't leave YouTube. I really don't. And so everything I watch on YouTube. And I look at the screen and I see Adventures with Purpose, their videos out today about Kylie Rodney. And I'm like, oh, this is the big one. So I click play. Holy cow. Holy cow. I am, besides the work they do, I cannot believe the video editing that these guys have going on. This is that is the most amazing thing. I made Rabbit watch it. I said, look, you made me watch all these cold case shows and stuff with you. You got to see how this is. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm showing it to her, and next thing you know, I look up and she's got cry balls happening. I was like, holy cow. Oh, Rally's here. Awesome. Rally, what's going on, brother? yeah, it's a sad story, but it's also it's a really great video, and if you get a chance to at some point, and because in the future I'll be talking about this. The very beginning of it is you're like, what's going on? But anyway, that is all the news. That is everything you're now caught up to speed in my life. Now let me go back in time. So it was a Friday Night Live. They got this interview started. And I'm so thrilled right now. I'm so honored and so thrilled to think that this person would come on this channel. The very, very, very beautiful, talented, well-spoken Melissa Jaine. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, this is so great. This is amazing because you're in Australia and you're coming in crystal clear. That still amazes me.
Oh, well, technology these days.
Right? Could you imagine? Well, I'm not talking about that very long ago. We look at history of stuff. I mean, like 20 years ago, maybe, it'd be like, oh my gosh, I can just look at you, video talk to Australia. And next thing you know, somebody's going to be out jogging along and post take a snapshot and send it in with right here, birds aren't real. So anyway, Melissa, thank you for being here. This is a great honor. Huge fan of yours. We have gotten, Melissa is a member. Let's see, her last weekend, she joined the chat, kept me up till 4+ in the morning.
You do it to yourself.
Hey, Texas Jen
That's
was there too.
said.
Texas Jen was there too. Hey, Crystal, how are you doing? Toy Box Brain, awesome. Melissa is the best. She hang on a second. I always got to read Toy Box Brain before you say it out loud.
I love it.
She can listen to my kinks without throwing up. I'm not going any further than that one.
Keep it for Discord.
Yes, we have got a very, very good chat over here. This is a great group of people. So, Melissa, we were just talking before this started. This is her. I don't know. For a while now, I've been trying to get you on here, and you get in Discord, but you don't want to make the jump over. And then, was it the other day you got on with Crystal and Robin and Ash, and y'all were checking out men.
I was lured into that.
I'm like, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm just an avatar.
Yeah. I could just be behind my little picture.
So now this is you. Welcome to the world.
Big scary world of YouTube.
It is the big scary world. So how did you stumble upon my channel, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it was from that whole Kurt thing. So I think I was watching a live of Farron's.
Yes.
And then she was talking about that whole Kurt situation that happened and about all the strikes and stuff like that he did on all the channels. And then someone was in Farron's chat going, everyone's over in Madcore's chat, and she's just like, we're stopping stream now. We're going to head over to his chat and see what's going on. Because I think Nate the lawyer was over there. Yeah, so it was
I remember that day. Yes, that was the day.
And so we all jumped over to Madcore, and Madcore's like, oh yeah, Farron, here's the link, blah, blah, blah. And then like you were on, and Divinity was on. And
I see Divinity's in the chat, Madcore's in the chat. How are y'all doing? Thank you for coming by and giving support to Melissa. Carol's here. Look at this. You're getting all your buddies are here. This is great. If this were me by myself, it'd be like I'd be going negative numbers. So that was a huge day.
Yeah, and then it's like literally I just started following all you guys from then just like jumping on the chats going, hey.
That
just being
is
like
awesome.
the sneaky little person just being in the chat going, hey, you guys are great.
And then the white rabbit ruined it for you.
You know what? It's so funny because like I'm used to being on like bigger channels and like I don't bother saying anything because no one picks anything up. And then I was in like your chat or something like that, and I said something and you picked it up. I'm like, oh my god, they put my comment up on the screen. I'm like, oh my god. I'm just not used to that. Like being around like smaller channels. I'm like, this is awesome. I'm gonna
see you like that. So yeah, well, okay, you came on. I believe it was a Friday Night Live. White Rabbit stopped everything and said, "Oh my gosh!" And she used your avatar for the thumbnail for tonight's show, and she said, "Oh my gosh, y'all, have you seen this Melissa Jaine over here? Like that is a beautiful avatar." And so that's we pulled you up then, and so that had to be I don't know, what'd you think? Were you just like, oh my gosh, what a bunch of dorks?
No, I'm just like, oh my god, this is so weird. I'm not used to people responding to me. It's like here I am going, I'm the dork, like you know, like talking in chat and be like, oh my god, am I looking stupid right now?
I can't believe that. I can't believe you've ever been the dork. Yeah. Well, that was
all my life.
No, I doubt that. I doubt that. You're you got a few videos. Oh, we were so excited when you posted your first video, and I've got everything ready to go. We'll show some of that stuff here later. RJ's here. See, RJ, he hates it when I put his comments on the screen too. So
it's so funny. Like if I'm in my lounge room, like watching a show, and I'll make a comment, and my husband's in the room, and like you say something, because I'll stream it to my TV. My husband's just like, "What's going on?" It's like, did they just say your name? And I'm like, yeah, I'm live chatting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's the weirdest thing.
Oh, well, it's. Okay, so that'd be a good. That actually does make a good topic for this. So, because we were kind of talking about this beforehand, it's like, you know, you were saying that it's like you kind of are nervous the first time you do it, and I said, you know, my first videos, I was just talking to myself, and I was like, oh well, you know, I doubt anybody will ever listen to this anyways, but here. So it doesn't really matter if I mess up. And, of course, I always tell people, I'm like, you know, the first comment I remember ever getting was, your voice is horrible. Your content sucks. You should delete your account. And
that's so cruel.
I didn't read another comment for like a month. Like, you should have seen me trying to read comments. And, but I'm so glad because I was expecting that. But when you read it, you're like, oh, maybe I should, oh, what have I done? What am I doing here? And when you get past that, though, yeah, you get past that, it's easier. And that's one of the things that I want to do is that if someone like you, I mean, it's like Divinity, I had her on, like, just the first time. Robin was the first time. Hey, Maggie Best, I have a picture to share with you. And I don't have it uploaded yet, but I will share it. Sorry, I see squirrels in the chat. That's what I used to call the chat misfits, right? The chat's by squirrels. This is squirrels. So, but you get past that comment, and you're ready to go. You know, you just keep on going, you keep building, and I've had most comments are good, but what I always want to do is like encourage people to be out here and doing this. We need more providers. There's nothing worse than you're like, oh my gosh, there's nothing new up. Yeah. You know? Oh my gosh, Madcore super chat. Look at this. I'll pay for my comment to be on the screen like every other douchebag that does it for the LawTubers. We have to thank Madcore because it was the LawTubers, which it was. That's what got this little mixed up group together. Thank you, Madcore.
It really has been.
Right? And it's weird. It's like because I started off on true crime stuff, And then, like, it's funny. You can look at my timeline of when I get subscribers, and it's in peaks, and it's like there's something new happens. Like Kylie Rodney was the latest. Before that, it was where you saw me with Madcore and Nate the Lawyer and Farron and all that stuff. It's and then like I said, before that, it was DUI guy with
Legal Bites.
Legal Bites, thank you. Yes, that was a video I did, and like these videos, or like they're usually alive. Like that's I'll get like a huge jump, and I'm sitting there going,
because everyone's there for the drama.
Yeah, and it's just it's funny. Mitchell, I love that super chat. I think everybody's tired of the LawTubers.
Oh well, Nick Ricader's banned for 2 weeks, so
I'm coming in on that. I had no idea what's going on there. Do you know? Because I found that out last night. I think it was Madcore was doing a show. Rabbit said to me what Madcore was talking about, and I haven't been able to catch up.
Well, I think he still reckons that it's a strike from a video that he removed or something like that on something I can't remember now.
So is it a second strike or is it?
Yeah, so it's a second community guideline strike, which is a bit of an uh-oh. Because if he gets a third one, his channel's gone. He's nuked. So,
holy cow. Yeah. I mean, that's something that people don't know. I mean, Madcore understands it. He's had problems with it, but it's like you build up a channel to so much, and to think that all that hard work and everything is just gone.
Yeah, because I think he's just under like 500K, and like the amount of like people that are in his chat and everything, like every night, it's insane. So like, because he comes on at like 2:00 p.m. my time, and then sometimes he doesn't stop until like 7 or 8 o'clock my time. I'm like, how are you still going for 6 hours?
Yeah, it's every night.
It's crazy.
He really is. So like Ricada, for me, I found him, and we had the connection with, or like I connected to him with the law background and just goofing off when you get on YouTube. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And it's funny, I usually don't go to bed till late anyway, but one night I heard him say that he had a child that was a crier. And he's like, and it was like, he was up rocking the kid, and he's like, and there was nothing on TV. There was nothing he could find on his phone. He's playing with his phone trying to find something. He said, I'd have given anything if there was a YouTuber doing a live stream at night. Hey, Alan Walsh, how are you doing? Doing a live stream in the middle of the night. And so like that's where he kind of got his thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I respect that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
so
he's on so late.
For us, but for you, it's perfect time.
Yeah, not for me.
So
it's afternoon entertainment.
He's your Jerry Springer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you guys get Jerry Springer, or is that a reference that you know?
We used to. I remember being a teenager and getting Jerry Springer. It used to be like a midday thing. Like it'd be on, like all of that kind of stuff would be on in like the middle of the day, so that kids wouldn't really watch it because they'd all be at school.
Well, here's what's funny is that I don't know what's on TV anymore because I do everything. I stream, right?
I stream everything. Like I've got Disney Plus, I've got like Netflix, and I'm always on YouTube. So it's just like, why do I need normal TV?
Exactly. And so, was it like Jerry Springer? Like I know he had reruns for a while, but I'm like, I don't like. You could watch the old shows again.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad is like sometimes I would end up watching them. I'm like, or I had them on the background. I'm like, what am I doing? You know, why do I have Jerry Springer on in the middle of the afternoon? It's like, I don't know, whenever he got started, like 1989. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, what am I doing?
What trash am I watching to pass the time?
Why am I so obsessed with what's happened here? This is like 1991. You know, I'm like, who cares about what happened? How many years ago was 1991?
I don't know. All I remember is just like, I've got a kid. I don't know whose father it is.
Yes.
Or who the father is.
So
I'm
many
like, oh
of
my
those.
God.
And it got so bad that it was that it just seemed like the show, he didn't even talk. He just brought people out, and then people started going, Jerry,
And they just
Jerry.
started yelling at each other.
Yes. And it's like, this is like...
Or like someone would like run out from the side and just start like smashing.
I forgot about that. Yes, that's so perfect. It was every time. It was like run out from the side. And he had that security guard, Steve or whatever. He
And
was
they'd be like
bought
pulling them off, pulling them apart.
Yes.
Oh, those are the good old days.
Yeah, and nobody ever...
You can't get away with that on TV anymore.
I don't even know what is on TV. And I'm sitting here going like, Jerry Springer, it was like, no one ever questioned if that was real or not. You're just like,
Oh, you're just like, oh my
got,
God, what is happening?
oh man, I'm glad I'm not part of that family. Or, you know, it's like, boy, I thought my family was bad. You know?
I think that's probably what the appeal was, going, oh, my life is trash right now, but this trash just destroys my trash. This is a dumpster fire.
Yes, that's it. This trash destroys my trash. Oh my God. Good night, everybody. Thanks for shutting. Oh my God. All of those. They were so... And then it was like... You know, he used to be the mayor of Cincinnati. Like the biggest town in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge city. And it's like, yeah, Jerry Springer was the mayor. And it's like, what type of... could you imagine those cities? Oh, matter of fact, I think he got defeated or something. They found him in a sleazy hotel room with two women.
Charming.
Yeah. And then he lost mayor and he got a TV show. Yeah. Yeah, so Jerry
When
Springer,
one door opens, another door will open.
yeah, all he did was turn the camera around. Yeah, he's like, well, instead of filming
well,
me,
I've been busted, let's bust some other people.
yeah, so he turns it around, and it's like, oh my gosh, oh jeez, the only thing was Dr. Phil, he's still on, right? Do you get Dr. Phil?
I don't know. I know we used to. And
Yeah,
again, it was like a daytime thing. It'd be on at like midday or 1 o'clock or something like that. So it was like during the middle of the day, it would be like Dr. Phil, and it'd be like Days of Our Lives.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Or like a Lifetime movie. So like the few channels that we would have, like that would like normal TV, it'd be like, yeah, it'd be like American Talk Show, or, you know, Days of Our Lives, another soap opera, and then on like another channel, it would be like a Hallmark movie.
That's hilarious. Like, gosh, I'm so glad that America is exporting stuff like Jerry Springer.
I know.
I mean,
it's
international
quality content. I mean,
it
how
is.
can you just live your life without Jerry Springer?
I mean, the side fights. I mean, those people come running in, man. They're going for it.
I can just remember them just like running out and just starting like to pelt people. I'm like, yo.
You could have written a brochure on like how this is your first time on Jerry Springer. This is what you need to
are they
be.
in the back going, hey, so like before you go on, let's just get you to run on and just bash the Jesus out of this guy, all right?
Yes.
We've got to make this entertaining.
Oh my gosh, those people went back to their trailer parks and they were just like
living their life. Not knowing
like,
who the father is of my baby.
Yes. How many of those dudes do you think try to pick up chicks by saying, you might have seen me on Jerry Springer?
Oh my God.
Oh
I'm
my
sure
God.
someone probably used that as a pickup line at some sort of bar.
Could you imagine that as the guy picking up
She'd
on
be
you?
like,
Hey, you remember me from Jerry Springer? Yeah.
I hope not.
I got away from Steve 3 times. My cousin's boyfriend, I whipped his ass. Oh. Yeah, America. Woo!
It's times like these. I'm glad I live in Australia.
Until you tell us stories about the spiders you have there.
Oh yeah.
That was our Discord
where,
chat the
where
other
the
night.
spider was just like crawling at me in the bathroom last week. Just
What was the name of that spider?
It was a redback spider.
Yeah, which
like literally, you know, just sitting there, and it's gradually just like going. And it's like, no.
Yeah, no.
Walking this way.
This is like the Australian version of the Black Widow. I mean, it's like, yeah. I don't want to. No, don't want anything to do with that.
No,
but I'm not. That's the only thing that keeps my marriage is that I will exterminate the spiders. And if there's a spider comes in the house,
there's a spider in the other room, and my husband won't get rid of it. He goes, "That's harmless." I'm like, "I don't care." And he goes, "It's fine. Just leave it be." And I'm like. Now I'm like sitting here staring at this spider going, can you please just like go away? It's like one of the, like we call them daddy long leg spiders. So we've got like the tiny, and the really long legs.
Daddy long legs.
Yeah, there's one up in the corner and my husband refuses to like get it out. And I'm like, dude, please put me out of my misery right now. And he won't do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like that's my thing is I'll look and be like, you know what? I really like what you've done with your hair or something. And like there'll be a spider like right behind Rabbit. And I'll be like, I'm reaching towards her and I go like right behind her to like squash. I'm like, okay. And she knows now though. She like runs forward. She's like, there was a spider, wasn't there? There's a spider, wasn't there? Like, yes, there was. I got it. If we walk around the neighborhoods, like this is the time of year that spiders start doing cobwebs. And so I have to go under the trees first, and I have to flail my arms like like you know one of those like blow up things at like a car dealership, the crazy wacky that I have to do that as I'm walking in front of her to make sure that there's no cobwebs because she'll freak out if she gets it tangled up.
Well, normally when we're leaving our apartment, like there's like bushes on like either side of our like entry, and normally my husband goes first and it just whacks him straight in the face. I'm like, all right, cool, you've taken care of it, thanks.
Yes, that is my that is my role as well. That's my side entrance from Jerry Springer. I gotta go running through the cobwebs real quick. Yeah. Oh my god. So we've already see I told you this wasn't going to be bad at all. This is a hoot. I don't even know if we've talked about anything yet. Oh. So I mean, I wish I took notes. I've got like a million things that got through my mind of all the different stuff like that you like I've picked up from you in the chat and picked up from talking to you and stuff. Last Friday was great. Did the members only afterwards. And again, it was 4:30 in the morning, and it was you and Texas Jen.
Yeah, we had a good chat.
Yeah, everybody else made sense. They went to bed. And I guess it was Texas Jen are the only ones that are close to the same time of where we were way past our bedtimes. But
when you're on YouTube, that's it. You don't have a bedtime.
That is scary. Okay. How much YouTube have you watched? Okay, this is how you know you've watched a lot of YouTube. Is when you get up and you go outside and you're like, oh wow, everything has texture.
I fell asleep watching Meme Copium's stream last night, so that's gonna give you a hint.
Dude, he's great to go to sleep to. That voice.
I don't know. You know what? I hate admitting it, but I'm not like a massive fan of Kiwi accents. But he's I can cope with. This is like normally I'm like just like, oh my god, another New Zealand accent. I can't do it because there's so many New Zealanders in Australia. Yeah, because like there's a whole thing of, you know, like a lot of New Zealanders that can't get work like over there, they come here. And so like, and plus my husband plays football as well. So a lot of them,
that's right.
You know, like the Maoris from there will come over and play football and stuff. So we encounter a lot of them.
Now, Australia and New Zealand, they're like a rivalry, kind of, right?
Well, with football, yes. With football. So, like, there's a whole, like, we've got rugby league and rugby union, and both of them.
You said Bella said, I fall asleep.
Well, he said, you know what? Like,
Jen's up at 6 a.m. listening to him. Oh, my gosh.
He actually, there used to be a thing in Australia. So on the radio, there used to be this guy called Richard Mercer, and he was love song dedications. This guy is dead set voice like ringer for Meme Copium. It's insane.
So wait a second, you call this guy up and you say, "Oh, you play
they're like,
All Out of Love by Air Supply."
You know, like Shania Twain to the love of my life, and then this guy would just have like this smooth voice, like Meme Copium's going, all right, John, Jenny has just dedicated this song to you.
Oh my gosh. You like,
and we'll like read out any message.
That is awesome. That is awesome. You know, it's sad because like you never want to see those guys. That's what Rabbit said to me one time about Guava Ball. She's like, you know, he's got a great voice on YouTube. She goes, but if I have a feeling if I ever saw him, like it's just gonna ruin my image of him. And I'm like, okay, I'll tell him that. So
it's funny. Like a lot of the radio hosts here, they actually will like live stream now and put stuff on Facebook. So you actually see a lot of, you know, like the radio host faces because like breakfast radio is very big here. And so, yeah, so I think there's like 3 or 4 like main radio stations. And yeah, like you get to see all of their faces and you're like, they really don't look like how they sound. We're like, okay.
Like you hear this deep, boisterous voice from the radio and you imagine.
And then you
like,
look at this guy and you're like.
Yeah. Like you imagine like it's going to be like this big.
Oh my God. There was this guy on this one radio station. He kept talking himself up that he was just, you know, like the top dog, you know, like, oh yeah, you know, I get all the girls, you know, like I'm this, I'm that. I saw a picture of him. I'm like, really?
You're not getting all the girls.
I'm like, I'm sure you're just getting the girls because, hey, I'm Mikey from the radio. And I'm like, that's literally the only reason that you can pull in chicks.
Oh my gosh. But even
like,
then,
I'm like, dude, you are not attractive at all.
Well, there's a reason why they say it's a face for radio. And another reason why I'm an avatar. Hey, Carol says you must be an NSW. Is that
I am.
a thing?
I'm in Sydney.
Okay. So what does NSW stand for?
New South Wales.
Okay. And that would, so that's like a province?
So we've got, oh my God, my geography. 5 states and 2 territories. So
I have no idea what that means.
So like when you sort of like see like a little map of Australia and you've got like a little Tasmania down here. So this is like the east coast. And so I'm kind of like here. Okay. So yeah, it's just a state.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
But it's kind of, it's not like the biggest state, but like Sydney is probably I'd probably say is the most populated city. Like probably in Australia, I would actually say.
Sydney,
because a lot of, you know, everyone sort of like comes to Sydney. They all want to see Bondi Beach.
Is that where you were the other day?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was at Cronulla Beach. So yeah, I'd have to have a map.
So now I know this is a total. This is where the internet comes in because I feel like I know you. Like honestly, and Rabbit and I have talked about it. It is sad to think that you're not in America to us because it's like if you were like in America, I feel like we would just run into each other at some point. It's like, holy cow, like she's on the other side of the planet. And I have that exact same water bottle you've got, by the way. I just saw that. I was like, I have
Mine
that.
is Pink Floyd.
Mine is not Pink Floyd, but it's got that exact same color and top. I was like, oh, wait a second, that's mine. So...
And yes, the beaches are amazing in Australia.
Well, it's funny, like, so we have our TV, you know, it puts up like screensavers and whatnot, and the Sydney Opera House was one of them. And
That's
immediately,
our main attraction. So Sydney, so like the things that people come here to see is Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, and Bondi Beach. Because like those are the main things that like everybody like sees about Sydney. So
that's what Rowley's saying here. So when we see the Opera House, well, you say that's what everybody comes to see. I'm sitting there going, like, no, we would want to come to Australia to see you. I mean, how cool
I would go over to America to see you.
Like, how cool would that be? And that's what this whole thing, it's so mind-blowing, is to think that now we've made connections around the world. It's like, oh, if you ever go to so and such, it's like, you know, you could show us around type of thing. By the way, if you ever came to America, if you, like my little pocket where I am, I'm like the world's, like, I should be a tour director. Like, I will tell you the history of stuff. I will show you, like, right now.
You're that guy.
I am that guy. Have you ever seen the movie Vacation? You know Clark Griswold?
I can't remember. I think so. I think I have.
It's a Vacation. Well, like Christmas Vacation, everybody is like seen that, I think. Well, if you ever see Vacation, I'm Clark Griswold, basically. It's the, hey kids, let's get in the family truckster. We're going to Wally World. And it's like, yeah, it's, I get excited about seeing the world's largest ball of twine.
Well, there's a giant sheep, a giant banana. I can't remember what else is giant here.
Oh, you got that big rock in the middle of the country.
Ayers Rock. That's so
right.
Australia. It's like up here. It's like in a very like desert area. So it's like a very like Aboriginal like sort of treasure thing. I'm not very good with this stuff. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Sinbad saying ideas. That's why I tossed that one up there. So you're not an encyclopedia.
I Google everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, don't we all now? And then you Google it and you're like, oh, wait a second, none of it's real.
Yeah.
Or something. You're like, what is this crazy stuff? Okay, so besides YouTube, oh, by the way, everybody, I want you to know, I haven't forgotten you, Melissa. If you go to the description, there's it'll say @Melissa Jaine. Do that, hit that, click that link, go over to her YouTube. That'll take you to her page, and be sure to subscribe to her YouTube. Now, I don't know if you wanted to talk about your other stuff. Like, I know you have an Instagram. I know, I didn't even realize you had Twitter. Today I was putting up the stuff. And
I don't use it much.
Okay, well, I hit @ and I started typing Melissa Jaine and like your name didn't pop up. I was like, well, she must not have Twitter then. And then like later on I saw like you had liked something of mine on Twitter. I was like, she does have Twitter. And by the way, it's great. You use the same avatar and everything because I'm used to that picture of you.
You know what? I kind of just made things. I'm like, okay, these things are just got to like match up that way, just in case I become YouTube famous, people can find me.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this. Mitchell subbed. Alan Walsh already subbed. Rowley subbed.
Thanks, guys.
So yes, that is awesome. That is awesome. So in case you become YouTube famous, all it's going to take you to become YouTube famous is getting on YouTube. So when you're famous, I want to come on your channel. Robin
right.
Subscribed. No Fed subscribed. Look at that. I love these. This chat really is great, isn't it? We're very supportive.
You guys are all amazing. I love being in the chat.
Oh, they're so great here. I love seeing you in here. There's so many regulars that come in this chat that when I see you guys over there, because the way Streamyards works is as I see in the middle, I see my avatar on the left, I see Melissa Jaine on the right, and then I see the chat scrolling by on the right hand side. And when I start seeing names like I'm used to, it makes me feel so good because I know that chat is going to go great. And it's like for me, was it Sunday a week ago or whenever when the Kylie Rodney thing happened? Like it was like almost 4,000 views that day. That's crazy. And there were people that were in my chat. Like I did 6 hours, and some people were in that chat. I know, like Miami Spice was there, Sully was there, and they were there for so long, and they're helping out in that chat. You guys have no idea how great that is, and that's what I love. Like the little the squirrels over there are so supportive. I love this. We really have a good thing. This is a good, safe part of the YouTube. It's really crazy in some places, you know.
Oh man, yeah. The YouTube can be a scary place, but this is not.
Yeah, it can be. It's like okay. So like for instance, Bella subbed. We got another one. Sinbad says been subbed to Melissa for a month.
Thank you.
So, she has a great first vid, says Squab Bob.
There's a funny story behind that one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, awesome. What is your first video? Do you want me to show it?
Yeah, go.
All right.
It's only a minute.
Oh, by the way, I had the hardest time finding your channel right before it started. I had to find it on my phone. And then I had to text that to myself.
It's still like the number or whatever. Like, I'm only a baby channel.
Well, Bridget just became a member. Woo! Awesome, Bridget. Welcome to the crazy channel. And Maggie Best, thank you. Love this chat. Always so fun and friendly. And Melissa is awesome. She is awesome. We gotta get her going. Do you have, before I go over to your, hang on, okay, the screen's clear now. I looked away for a second. There's so much that goes on when you're doing this that you're like, well, wait a second, what am I doing?
Wait.
Do you have a idea of what you want your channel to end up being?
I think I just wanted to do a lot of that, like kind of like reaction stuff and do like a bit of streaming, maybe some vlogs, just kind of, at the moment, it's just kind of playing it by ear, but I really enjoy doing that like reaction stuff because I think my face is a little bit more than my words sometimes. So.
Well, your reaction video you did the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this.
I was editing that. I'm like, oh my God, this is trash. Why is anyone going to want to watch this?
Well, you can't think like that. You never know. I mean, there are channels. Have you watched the mukbang stuff?
Yes, that's how I first actually got into like watching a lot of YouTube, was actually through mukbangs because I was doing a challenge with the gym and I was literally starving. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to watch people eat. So like I was watching, like Thicacado Avocado and like people like that. And I was just like, all right, I'll just watch them eat since I can't eat myself. And then it just kind of like progressed into different things. It's just like, I feel like learning something about makeup. I'll go tune into a beauty YouTuber and then going down a rabbit hole and finding a whole bunch of different ones. And then, like when the whole Johnny Depp thing started, it's just like, LawTubers. All right, well, let's just go like see who is here and who I can watch.
Oh, it is. Yeah. LawTube, it's funny. Yeah, there's going to be some more. There's a couple more trials coming up that I'm wondering how they're going to do those. I like covering trial stuff, but at the same time, nothing's ever going to beat the Johnny Depp stuff. And I couldn't cover it.
That was like a once in a lifetime thing. That was just insane.
Yeah, and I knew it. I was like, man, this is going to be a big one. And just where I was, I couldn't do anything. And I'm sitting there going, oh, man. And like I was watching, like, I was like, holy cow, like all these people had like, some people had like what was it? like, well, I know Ricade, I mean, he's got like 10,000 now at a time I've seen him at. But I mean, he had like 70-some thousand viewers like going on at one time. I'm like,
yeah, I was tuning
holy
into
cow.
Emily D. Baker, and like she would by the end, she had like over 100K in her chats.
Wow. Wow.
It was insane.
Emily Baker is the #1 channel that my viewers like.
Yeah, she, like, you know what? I think she just breaks things down in like a really interesting way. So she's just kind of just like, you know what? I don't care. It is what it is. This is how, like, what it is. But I'm gonna say it in a way that you guys understand.
I need to start watching her like religiously, because part of the analytics that you get back from YouTube is it shows that. I'm like, holy cow. And then what's the other one? It's like the one that gets me, the only one that's not LawTube is Popcorn Planet.
Yeah, I always watch Andy Signal.
I don't think I've ever seen Popcorn Planet.
Really? No. Yeah, no. You've got to watch Andy. Like he's a pretty funny guy, and he's always got guests and stuff on. So he's got this like English chick and this other like Canadian girl on all the time, and they're really interesting to watch. I think the last thing I watched them was like some like Britney thing. Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check them out. All right. So here's your stuff.
Oh God.
All right, so, I know, I'm so awful, aren't I?
No, I'm thinking me. I'm like, I'm not used to like seeing myself.
Which video is your first one that you want to show here?
I don't know.
You said well, no, you said you had a funny story behind your first video.
Oh, the 1 minute one. So the ha one. The one on the right. The procrastinating and making fun of myself. No, go down.
Oh, hang on. Oh, procrastinate. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, right here. All right. Now, hold on. Wait a second. Do I need to flip it or anything? Will I get a copyright strike?
Oh,
are you going to strike me?
I think you'll be right.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, let's see here. Wait. Crank this volume up. And...
Oh, it's so hard to watch myself.
Oh my gosh, it's great. You have an amazing camera. I love how you go in and out of focus right there.
That's the camera, it's not me.
I love that. I love all that.
How is the hair looking? It's the best that I can do right now.
I have seen that probably, this is probably like the 8th time I've watched that. And I love it. Do you guys not love this over there in the chat? Is that not awesome? Look at Rally. That's a cool vid. White Rabbit, I love this. I mean, it's just, it's awesome. It's great. You look like a movie star, says Mitchell. Sinbad, look. I'm telling you, this is Texas Jen. I mean, it is awesome. It looks so good. Hearts from Squad Bob. I mean, that takes a lot to get those. Bella. I mean, it is just, that's a great video. It's just, now how long did that take you?
Probably editing wise. You know what? I was just messing around. So like the story of it is, so I think I was on your Friday Night Live and I just got my hair done.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot about that. So if anybody missed that one, do you still have that up there? The before and after?
Yeah, I do.
That was great. Like, we started begging her. She's like, I'm going to have to go
I'm
to
like, I'm going to go get my hair
appointment.
done. You've got to do it before and after. And I'm like, oh, crap.
I thought you were just going to take a picture. You know,
well, I was planning to. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Let's just go and do like a full video.
Can we show it?
Let's do what you want. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, this is how you make stuff. Let's see here.
When you get
your hair did right here.
Really not that bad. It just needs a little shaping. To the salon!
I love it.
Really not that.
I mean, I was so blown away when I was like, oh my gosh, she has that up before we were done.
It's just TikTok. I literally just did it on TikTok and I just like saved it.
Oh, you have a TikTok too?
Yeah, I don't really use it. Like I literally go into TikTok, make my video, and then like print screen, like record it. And then I never post it on TikTok. I'll post it somewhere else. Because I just find like the editing and like the songs and the filters and everything that you can do on TikTok is better than Reels. So I'll go make my Reel in TikTok, save it, and then upload it as a Reel.
They're so much better. When I started doing YouTube Shorts, I was like, man, like I know that they were doing that to compete with TikTok, but I was like, TikTok,
now everyone just uploads their TikToks. To
yes,
YouTube.
yes, and YouTube hates that, by the way. I know because like I started doing it and then I started getting copyright claims on them. I'm like, what am I getting copyright claims? I was like, oh, okay, you can't do this. But yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize that. Well, we were just like, wanted you to like a before and after picture, and all of a sudden it was like you came back with that. I was like, holy cow, this is really good. So you've got a great talent. Yes, you shake your head the other way. You have a great, great talent. It is, well, okay, you actually, I'm going to spoil it here, your background is in photography. So
it is. I'm a photographer.
Yeah, so that's where the eye for all this probably is coming from. Do you do you think of the videos, let me see here. Is being a photographer, I know photography and video is very, very different for most people. Do you see a difference, or is being a photographer make you able to do videos easier?
I think you can probably get a bit of a vision. You can probably more visualize how you want something to look. So I know like before I tried to even start doing a video, like, just like trying to get like a setup and a background and stuff like that. So like that stuff. And like even this, like today, I'm just like, I need a good background. So like you probably think a little bit more in terms of a finished product, not necessarily all of the stuff that goes behind it, but like just the overall looks and stuff like that, because you get very used to it from a photography background that, like you want to have like a good shot. So I think it kind of moves over into that. Okay. Because I don't know. They're just very different worlds. I mean, when you're sitting here going, you're editing on TikTok, that's a big difference than taking your professional camera out and doing things. Well, it's so funny because I don't even record on like my good camera. So like my good camera that I use for photography, I'm like, that's my photography camera. That's, even though it can record videos, and I'm sure like even like back when those cameras first came out. So I've got a 5D Mark III. Oh, okay. Like the videographers that I worked with were using those cameras at that time to shoot video as well.
Yeah, they're amazing video. The 5D, it's a Canon, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great. They're amazing cameras.
But it's just like, what? For this, I'm like, I just went and bought, I think, like a Canon G7X, like off eBay, like a secondhand one that was still in good condition. I'm like, because I'm like, I just want like a little camera with a little flip screen, because like the 5D Mark III doesn't have that. So I'm just like, I need to be able to see myself and see how stupid I'm looking.
So that's what you're using for your webcam?
So no, so I'm using just the computer right now. But when I get my new laptop, when it eventually gets here, different story. I'm going to try and set it up so that I'm going to use the like the little vlogging camera as my webcam. So I'll have sort of like very similar background and look and stuff like that to how my video is.
It's amazing to me how and it really, I guess it was let's see here. It was like first like, oh, we're gonna start stuffing cameras onto phones, and it's like, oh, everything was horrible until Apple came along, and then all of a sudden it was like, now it's like, oh, we can make our phones, all these great cameras, and they take amazing shots. And it's like that one you did the beach, the birds aren't real one. You were like, that was just with my phone, and it's like. Yeah, it's sad. But it's still, if you look, to me, there's nothing beats it's the lens.
Yeah,
really, I think
definitely, especially for the work that I do. So for my photography work, I work as a real estate photographer.
Okay.
So I have to have specific lenses because, like, an iPhone just won't cut it for a real estate shot. Like, you need to, have everything on the tripod with a wide angle lens to make everything that is like this big look this big. So.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny. Like, my property management department, I had to go back and reshoot all of their properties because I decided to take all of their photos with iPhones. Like, and wondering why, their properties weren't getting rented out. It's probably because your photos weren't very good.
And
sorry,
people, I didn't know that until we went to sell a house, and just so happened we got the realtor we got were I don't know, it was like the only people that were in there on a Saturday, right? We walked in, and they were like, I forget, they were talking about how many properties they had sold and all that stuff. And I bet you half the conversation, it seemed like, got into pictures. And they're like, I'm telling you, we can sell your house for you better than anybody else can because we just know how to take pictures. And I'm like, what do you mean you just know how to take pictures? I'm like, a picture's a picture is a picture, right? And no. I mean, like, I forget, it was like the bedroom pictures. He started showing us like some pictures of like the difference between like other realtor pictures and like their pictures. And I was like, oh, that's the same house. That's the same.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I want to live in this house that you took the picture. I was like, these pictures over here. And it's a very, very specialized field that you're into.
It's really, really surprising how much difference like the right angle and styling and all that makes to a photo. Because I can like go in, like I've gone to like a number of properties of where, so I've had to redo somebody else's work. So someone will be with a different agency and then they'll hire the agent that I'm going to do a photo for. And they're like, okay, so this has already been shot before. This is what was done before. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll do better than that. I actually did it like 2 days ago. Like the photos were absolutely shocking. And it was literally just going around, just taking better angles and, like adjusting furniture to make a space look bigger and things like that. Like you can move just something like an inch in a shot and it actually makes a huge difference.
Oh, that's so weird. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
Mark Jones is like, this sounds like a fun job.
This week, I literally have just wanted to call my boss and quit because I'm just...
Oh my gosh.
Some days.
So that's why it's so important now to go over to Melissa's YouTube and hit the subscribe button. We got to get her going. So she'll be sharing her videos and photography with us and instead of the real estate portfolio. Have you ever done wedding photos?
I've only shot 2 weddings and they were favors and they were very chilled weddings. But other than that,
yeah,
I like things that don't move or talk back. It's just like if you're talking back at me, I don't want to know.
I've heard the wedding photographer is a very specialized. I think that's more about the person really than the actual taking the pictures.
You know what? Weddings are just like, especially here in Australia, weddings is like such a huge industry. Like the cost of wedding photography is absolutely astronomical. And like, just even weddings are astronomical. And I'm like, I can't take that stress. Like literally you'll probably be at like people's houses from like, it's 7 o'clock in the morning from when they're
Yeah.
getting ready. And then you're kind of going from like, okay, so like from the bride getting ready to like the groom getting ready. And then you got to like try and get to, like the church. And then, then you got to take all the photos like afterwards. So like we'll do, like the ceremony, and then we'll go to different spots. So like when I got married, I went to like 3 different spots in Sydney to have photos. And then you're going to the reception, and then you're doing all the photos of the reception.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big day.
It's
so
grueling.
like these guys would have been going from like shooting from like 7 a.m. to about like 11 o'clock at night. So
jeez, yeah, that's.
and I'm like, no, that's not the life I want to lead. I want to lead a stress-free, happy life, and that's not it.
Yes, yeah. You can reshoot a house. But weddings once in a lifetime thing. Yeah. Checking convictions. So glad to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Melissa Mitchell asked, "Is that a vintage camera in the back?"
It is. It's a little hang
on. She aims to please here. Oh wow.
It's a little box brownie.
Oh wow.
I actually picked it up. It doesn't work. I actually picked it up at like a little like market fair. So like it was just, like guy going around selling some old junk. And I'm like, I'll grab the camera, please. I'll use it as decoration.
Well, it's cool. It's cool. And it's funny. So here it is. Mitchell is in Illinois. So here you got someone across the globe again. Just going, oh, that's cool back there. Look at that. Oh, and Bridget says she was getting ready to ask the same thing. Crystal says there's too many bridezillas. Yeah, well, it's that that whole day is a mess, and I couldn't imagine it. Convictions. I don't think there's anything checking convictions hasn't done, and I mean that.
Well, then
I mean that.
I am to you because it's stressful. It's so stressful.
I couldn't imagine it, especially. I mean, now I think it'd be easier, easier, right? I'm using air quotes, with digital. But like when you used to do, like when film, could you imagine doing a film deal where it could all be ruined?
I actually have a really funny story from one of my teachers. So one of my teachers that I learned photography from, so he used to be a wedding photographer. And so he was shooting a wedding. He had an assistant and stuff like that. But like the bride's father was insane. And he was doing a shoot and it was down near the water and it was on like a wharf. So it was all timber and there was like all gaps and stuff like that. So this is back when it was film.
Yeah.
And so what happened was that he was changing reels and he may have accidentally dropped a reel of film into the water through the gap.
Oh.
But he goes, no, it's all right. He literally went the next day in like fishing gear, like those fishing boot things.
Yeah.
And fished it out of the water. Film was fine.
Are you kidding me?
It was fine. Because it was still in its like dark canister all like rolled up. And yeah, he processed it and he goes, it turned out fine. He goes, thank God, because I would have been shot.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, can you just imagine like how your stomach's got to just
imagine that, like shooting like, because I think like it would have been like a 36 shot reel or something like that. He goes, it was like the whole like bridal party thing and all that, and he goes, oh my God, he goes, if I didn't have those shots, he goes, I don't know what I would have done. But yeah, luckily enough, he was able to save it. That's just one of the funny stories I remember from when I was learning. And I'm like, thank God I don't do film.
Oh, yeah. Like,
although you can just lose your memory card.
Yeah,
or it gets corrupted.
Oh, well, now that's... Okay, so that's actually... I'm glad you said that, because I always see that, like... we got, like, security cameras at the house and stuff like that, and they're always like, use this size memory card or whatnot, and then talk about corruption and everything else. So... You use memory cards. Do you use like small memory cards and swap them out if they ever fill up? I mean, I know that you got thousands of pictures, or do you just go for like one big, huge memory card and?
So like I normally sort of like have just like a 64 gig, and then whenever it's full, I format it and then just start over again.
Okay.
I literally just run it till it's full.
All right. So
like, yeah. That's just what I do.
Yeah. So I mean, it's well, memory's cheap, right?
Yeah.
So Rabbit, like, I got her a Canon Rebel, EOS Rebel.
Yeah.
Which that's what you said, the D5 and stuff. Like I remember that was the flagship at the time. And well, she doesn't like deleting photos.
Oh.
Yes, thank goodness.
Then you need a big memory card.
Well, here's the thing. I just
or
keep
you need
buying,
multiples.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Keep getting the multiples. Squaw Bob said we didn't even have calculators when he was in school. Convictions like so
just
nice and easier
like,
these
count
days.
On your fingers.
I'll tell the truth. I actually I've been known to count with my toes, but that was. You know, I try to keep thinking multiples of 10s. So, anyway, it's like how many thumbs does that equal out to be? I don't know. Mitchell, he did 36 shots the first night of FNL. I don't think he's talking about the same kind of shots. Oh my gosh, I did not realize this. Why Rabbit had to go check. She has 28,829 pictures on her phone.
You must have a lot of storage on your phone.
Yeah, well,
I have to keep deleting my images.
Yeah, we keep buying bigger and bigger phones. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, thank goodness they keep making more memory.
They just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you're right. I don't even know how I would even look at all the pictures. But, well, so what got you into photography? When did you pick up a camera and say, this is what I want to do?
Well, you know what? My dad always had like a proper film camera, like a proper Canon film camera. That he always used to, just like play around and stuff with. And it probably wasn't until like high school doing art that, we had like a play around with cameras. I'm like, oh yeah, this is really cool. So like so when we hit year 10, we can do work experience. And it's so funny because I've always loved art and stuff like that. But it's just like, oh, who makes a career out of art? Like back then, there was no YouTube. There was like nothing like that. So like, it's just like, how am I going to make, like something out of art? So I'm just like, oh, well, photography is pretty cool. So I did sort of like work experience at like a wedding photography place. And then I just kind of forgot about it because I'm like, no one does art as a career. So, and then it wasn't until I went to uni when I was studying architecture that I'm like, because we had to do electives. And I'm like, oh, photography is an elective, man. I'm gonna do that. And so it was all like black and white film. And I'm like, oh my God, I love this. And just like falling sort of just like, I love this. And then, like just going on with my life doing architecture. And then I lost my job in architecture and I ended up finding work at a real estate marketing company. So that's, leading into where I am now. So like, it wasn't until I started doing, so like with the real estate marketing company, I got a job there as like quality control of floor plans. So for like all of our like marketing here for real estate, you've got photos, you've got floor plans, and then you've got like the copywriting. So you got all the script. And so because of my background in architecture, I got a job checking what so the guys would go out on the road and like measure up the houses and like sketch it all up on grid paper. And then they'd send it off to a company overseas to get all like drafted up. And then my job was to check what was drafted up against what the guys had done up on the road. So that was my job. And then I saw these like guys, like doing photography. I'm like, I had no idea jobs like this existed. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'm going to go back and I'm going to learn photography again. So, just doing online courses and then competing to get into my course that I eventually did. And then, here we are.
Oh, wow. So it's just a
long-winded story.
No. It's not, because what you find is, I mean, you may think to yourself that was a long-winded story. What I heard was that there was a talent that just naturally grew in you. It was a seed, and you nourished it, and watch it grow and blossom and bloom to where you are today. It's very fascinating to see how that happens. So like me, see, like it would be people will say, "Oh, well, how do you know that you talk on YouTube?" Well, I can talk. I do that too. And I'm like, well, see, like my history goes to that I didn't shut up in school. So your story is much better than mine. Mine involved a lot of principal visits, trying to blame, pointing my finger at saying that was the guy talking over there. A lot of that stuff. We're like looking around, being like, who is talking so much? But yeah, your story is very admirable. So, unlike mine. Well, it's fascinating. It's not long-winded. Well, okay, so you have Instagram. Do you want to look at your Instagram? Can I show it, or do you want to?
Go.
You have okay.
Go for it. Because I actually have 2 Instagrams.
So which one am I on?
You're on my normal one.
Okay, so that's the one I want to show.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, let's see here. I gotta see. I always forget how to share screens. That's my problem here.
I've only been doing this how long?
Not long enough. Not long enough. There's a reason why I'm up here begging for subscribers and stuff. All right, so this is your Instagram. So this is right. Is this it?
Yeah.
Can you see it? Okay. There you go.
I just post a lot of crap.
Well, I mean, that's all. Have you seen my YouTube channel? I mean, oh, and by the way, speaking of YouTube, so I was telling you I had a hard time finding your YouTube. I had to find it on my phone, and then I texted it to myself. So you are now in, because I looked for you before, and I couldn't ever find you. But now that I was able to put in your actual address, your YouTube page, and so now if you go to my channels on my page, you're listed as one of the channels I follow. So that's another way people can see you and subscribe. So just want to make sure you knew, like, I'm a big promoter here. I don't promote enough. I know people have it where they're always putting it up on every time they do a live or something like that. And honestly, I mean, gosh, like I said, I've got 930 videos. 90% of the time I forget. But anyway, if there's a mod in the chat, please put Melissa's Instagram up in there. Please put again links to her YouTube. Any link that she wants up, put it in. I think you may even have a mod wrench. If you do, Melissa, you can put yourself in there. If you don't, I'll send you one. All right, so here we go. Sorry, you have to, in the middle of your streams, you catch yourself having to do housekeeping. And that's the worst. It's the worst thing. This never stops. I'm telling you, the best thing in the world is just to tell everybody, look, I'm going to make a lot of mistakes while you're here. But I promise you, it will be as much fun as that guy's getting ready to have that comes flying out from the side of Jerry Springer right before Steve grabs him. He choke slams the guy, clothesline him. He clotheslined. That's why he grabs him real quick. Yeah. Super V's here. Awesome. I love Super V. She has a great voice. She is always listening. I'm glad to see Super V here. So, I look over, I see Bridget. He is a talker. See why it's the chat are my squirrels. Let's see here. All right, so here we go. So is there a picture or something I need to click on?
I don't know. What do you want to see?
Well, have you taken all these? Are these all your pictures?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, I love this one. I solemnly swear that
actually, no, that's not mine. I took it from the internet. I lie. I lie.
But as long as that is your quote, though, as long as you live by that quote, that's all we care about. I solemnly swear that I am up to no good. So
Little
let's see
Harry
here.
Potter reference.
Do I?
I'm a nerd.
What's that a reference to?
Harry Potter.
I've never seen Harry Potter.
Oh my god, are you for real?
I am for real. Is that not okay? Do you want me to watch
I'm
it?
shocked. Yes.
Okay.
When you watch it, you'll know the part of like what I'm referencing.
Okay, I will watch Harry Potter, and then I will come
I can't remember
over.
what movie it's from. I think it's from 3, the third movie.
Well, I haven't seen any of them. I've never read a book, none of that stuff. I didn't know Lord of the Rings was a book. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea when I first saw them. I was like, oh, it was like someone started telling me it was a book. I was like, really?
Same as Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I had no idea about that either. I thought that was just a ripoff
What
of
life
Lord
do
of the
you
Rings.
lead?
Well, I don't read very often.
So I haven't read the books for Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings, but I've seen the movies.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
knew
what
they were
I am.
books.
If they're any
knew they were
good,
books.
if the book's any good, they'll make a movie out of it. So I don't.
They're
read for-
different though. They always muddle up the story.
I don't know. I don't read for fun though. Oh my gosh! Look at Alan Walsh. Here, where'd that one go? Oh, wrong one. It skipped. My daughter's covered in Harry Potter tattoos. She's a Pottermore. Bella's already got the. I don't know
Yes.
what prisoner. No idea what that means.
Marauder's
So-
map.
I'm gonna have to do this. I'll do it for you.
All
look
right.
Look at that. I am a.
Yep.
So now you did this one. This looks like a video.
Yeah, that's the
Okay, that's the hair.
hair
I got
one.
you there.
I actually posted that one.
Let's
There's
see.
a lot
here.
of stuff
Now,
I don't post.
the Louis Vuitton. You
I
did
like
this picture?
my brands. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was on my couch.
Oh,
I
it is?
decided I needed to get organized and get myself a diary, so I did. And I thought I'd get a bougie
Oh.
one at that.
Yeah, I love Louis. Louis is, you know, the Louis Vuitton luggage, the hard luggage. Yeah, you know that it's made out of wood. You know the whole
the
story behind
trunks
it,
or
right?
just the normal luggage?
Yeah, the trunks.
Yeah.
You know the whole story behind it?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's made out of wood and it's like
Yeah, the
Louis
steamer
Vuitton.
trunks. So because normally the steamer trunks were curved, but he made his flat so they could stack.
Well, they were so they're so adamant about their trunks that they actually bought a forest, so they have the trees
I did
to
not know
make.
that.
Oh my gosh! Look who came in here. 2 drink minimum with the cheers. Awesome. Hello, 2 drink. 2 drink. Melissa's got 1 drink right there.
I've got another one just in case I need it.
There you go. 2 drink. Thank you so much. That was a surprise. That is a surprise. Yeah, I know. We have no way to link back to 2 drink or anything else. 2 drink comes in, push the cheers there. We always say 2 drink. And then, yeah, that was. Thank you so much. That is a drive-by goodwill. So, but yeah. Anyway, no, I was just amazed by the whole trunk story that they bought the forest so they'd have their own trees. And evidently, it's a forest in France. You know, so.
Well, I think Hermes grow their own alligators for their alligator bags.
Really?
Being told, yeah, they only like the Himalayan croc bags or whatever they are.
Yeah,
like
Birkins.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty
Birkin
sure that
bags, Birkin, right?
I'm pretty sure they use their own alligators for that. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look how much money one bag costs. I'm sure that they can own a few. I have shoes. That's about it.
You have Hermes shoes?
Yeah, look at the video of the orange box.
Oh, hold on, I'm not. Yeah, okay, that's next. Oh, duh. The orange box. Oh. No, wait a second. You're totally
that
gonna
was a
crush.
COVID purchase.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna totally
COVID
get me
made
a
me do
crush
it.
on this.
They're girl shoes.
It's so. Oh my gosh, I love the I love the bags. Oh, those are awesome.
Those
Oh
are
my
like
gosh.
the stock standard like Hermes Oran sandals.
They're
I
what
thought
now?
I'd treat myself.
Did you ever think that you would come on and talk about Louis Vuitton and Hermes with me? No. Is that not? I'm full of surprises, aren't I? I'm waiting for the White Rabbit to say something about me. Yes. I'm a unique individual. So okay, so stop laughing at me. So okay, explain this one.
That was actually in a property that I shot. So that was in someone's house. I saw that. I'm like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm going to take a photo of it. So that was the stuff with my iPhone.
Really?
Yeah. So that was like down on like the ground. So there's an artwork above it. So when you come up the staircase, all you saw was this like little man like blowing a bubble. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I need a photo of it because it's just so strange.
But here's the thing. Okay, so you just say that, but look at this. Look at that shadow you have behind here. I mean, did you see the shadow when you were taking the picture?
Yeah, that's why I took that angle. Because I originally took it from the front, and I'm like, no, this is not right.
No, and like that.
So
right
most of
there,
the time when I post something, I've taken probably about 10 different angles of it to get the right one.
You just happen to have an iPhone, and there you go. Isn't that the saddest thing?
That's the convenience of the iPhone.
Yeah, right. I mean, that is a great shot, but not for. I mean, you may hate the shot compared to like what you could do with your Canon. Okay, but your eye for the artwork of it, it's on display. Yeah, I mean, the shadow is perfect. That is a perfect little piece. I mean, that's a conversation piece right there. You know, it's matter of fact. Let me take our images off. I love how it's like see the little feet like this. So the guy's blowing the bubble and the bubble's like lifting him up off the ground. That's so cool.
Yeah, I think the whole thing probably would have been about 12 inches. It was pretty tiny.
That's
like
so
it's
crazy.
So small.
That's so crazy. Okay, let's see here. Coffee, smile, laugh, repeat.
Always coffee. There always has to be coffee. I know you're not a coffee drinker.
Okay, I'm not, but I have a question about that. Now, Australia, okay, because England is about tea.
Australia are totally coffee snobs.
Really?
Yes. There is a whole coffee culture here. Like, it's mainly between Sydney and Melbourne, but, like, there's a big coffee culture here. Like, we don't deal with bad coffee. So when we go over to America, we're like, what is this?
Oh, American coffee's bad.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Some of it is. So, like, when I went to New York, there's actually, like, Aussies that have, like, opened up, like, a chain of cafes in New York so the Aussies can have coffee. So they can have their flat whites and cappuccinos and their lattes. So.
Rally.
Coffee.
He's from the UK. I mean, come on, right? Look, White Rabbit, we lost her. She's like, I'm gonna make coffee now. She's probably your biggest fan on here. That's crazy though. Now, okay, so you know about Starbucks, right? Mm-hmm. You know what that is. So like,
yeah, we put it here.
Right, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Well, they opened up, and then I think the first lot went bankrupt, and then they opened up again.
Oh, it's because their coffee's horrible, from what I hear. It's their secret to their taste is that they overcook or over roast their beans. Yeah, that's supposed to be part of it, and I'm like, I don't understand. Yeah, I used to live in the Pacific Northwest. I've been to the original Starbucks. Matter of fact, Super V's probably been to the original Starbucks, and it's like you're sitting there, it's like, I don't like the smell of coffee. So like this is really miserable. For a kid, it's very, very miserable. So let's see here. Okay, so what picture are we looking at next now? Is this a selfie right here?
No, I think that's a video.
But that's you?
Yeah, that's a reel.
That's you?
Yeah.
From this little picture right here, it looks like you've edited it to look like a Barbie.
That's because there's filters. Like, you've got to have a filter.
I don't know what filters are. My filter's an avatar and a piece of masking tape over the video camera.
I can't do a video without a filter.
Oh, here.
If I'm crazy,
and
we all said
again.
No. So I asked myself if I'm crazy, and we all said no. So
That is
I
hilarious.
asked myself,
That is hilarious. What are you worried about being about doing any of this stuff? You have such a wonderful, wonderful talent.
Yeah, but it's different making a little TikTok than like doing this.
But that's all you have to do. I mean, are you saying like doing this, like me, like me talking
Well,
to
yeah,
you?
or even just making a normal video, like, because that's just tiny with like minimal effort.
But that's all you have to do for this stuff. I mean, that's what's so great. And again, you obviously have an eye, and you're like, I asked you what do you want to see your channel being, and later on, don't forget, I'll share what I went through, and to come to this. And it's a funny, weird journey I think everybody has to go through. But I think you've already got yours. Yeah, I think you have it. Yeah, look,
I think
Rally,
it's just more. I just try not to take myself too seriously.
you're trying not to take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
But it's great. I mean, how many being, I mean, for lack of being correct, politically correct or whatnot, but how many chicks are just chill nowadays? I mean, they advertise chicks to be angry. It's like, oh, watch the new She-Hulk where the woman gets angry, and you're like, well, how about she?
Let's
just
not go there about that show.
Oh, I haven't.
Talking about dumpster fires.
Oh, I've never watched it. I
only watched the first one, and I'm like,
oh, really? Oh, geez. Well, I'm just like, I think that's funny. You said you were a dork earlier, and here it is. You watched She-Hulk.
I'm a Marvel fan.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I grew up a DC fan, so, but
yeah, my husband likes The Flash.
The Flash is cool, except for Ezra Miller. He's a little off.
Let's not go there. He's not a proper Flash. I'm sorry. Like I know like bits of the Flash just from what I know from my husband, and like he's not a Barry Allen. Like from like all the different things I've seen, he's a Wally West.
Oh my gosh, you really are. No wonder we're friends. Oh my gosh, you're stuck with me. Oh my gosh, I thought Divinity had it bad. Okay, so you did this picture as well?
Yeah.
Now, okay, where is
I'm a brand whore.
Yeah, but is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I would have never guessed. Like I thought this was like out of a magazine or something.
Please.
That's
me.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I actually made the necklace. So I bought the little Prada thing just off, I think Etsy or something like that. It came off a shoe. So I bought it like before everyone was doing the recycled jewelry thing. So I got it for a decent price. Now you can't find, it's very hard to try and find like pieces of like designer stuff to turn into jewelry. It's just, yeah, it costs a fortune now. So yeah, I made that one. It's actually funny. I actually went into Prada wearing that just to have a look. And they're like, oh my God, the necklace. And I'm like, I actually made it. And they're like, it looks like ours. And I'm like, I know. I go, but it is real Prada. It came off a shoe.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Like, you see you're Rebecca King. That's really cool. Yeah, it is very cool.
Well, hey, it's like, like how much are you going to pay at Prada for a necklace? I think all up that cost me about $30.
Jeez. But hold on, wait a second.
I got the little plate really cheap, and like the necklace is really dodgy, and I think I got it for like $2 off eBay.
But still though, again, let's just go back to your eye. I mean, that is your eye that you saw that and you were able to visualize a finished product.
That was about 20 shots later.
Making 20 shots of liquor?
No. Oh, I thought you meant the photo.
No, I'm talking about like you made the jewelry. You made the necklace. I mean, that's very, again, you see that final image, and then you took that and used that in your artwork.
You know what? I probably copied off something I already saw, to tell you the truth.
Stop selling yourself short. Stop it. You've got to stop doing that. Now, I'm guessing this regularly handsome fella next, it would be
You can
Mr.
skip all those. That's going through like those little pop things.
Okay, I'll skip him. Let's see.
Well, I made that cake.
Oh, wait, hold
Go
on. Am
back
I
up.
going back? Where am I going?
Go back up in the middle.
Oh,
Yeah, there. See
oh.
the cake? I made that.
Oh, wait a second here. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to turn. I can't do music.
Don't do the music.
They'll kill us. Oh, I can't say that either. I mean that figuratively. So wait a second here. So tell me about this cake. Wait, you can bake as well?
Birthday. Yes, I can actually. Yeah, I can bake as well.
So you're a superhero fan. You can bake, and you're a brand snob. You know, if you were in America, Rabbit would be jealous right now. She'd be like, "Oh, geez," she's like, you know, yeah, like I'm the shopper of the family. like she'll be tired, and I'll be like, "Oh, wait a second, we gotta go. There's one more store we gotta go look at shoes at." And
my husband's just like, "All right, just give me the bags to hold. Where are we going next?"
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, so you want me to tell you a rabbit story?
Tell me.
Okay, this is great. She's not paying attention. She won't ever find out I told this. So hang on a second. I'm going to go off, and I'm going to go down to your our background's going to be some more. I guess actually our background should be us because I'm going to tell you a story. Okay, so here we go. See how this works? So
fake it till you make it.
Do what?
I said fake it till you make it.
Well, I mean, that's all we're all doing, right? It's just one big fake after the next. So we went to Las Vegas, and we laid out. We're out by the pool, and you know it's hot, and we're sweating and all that stuff, right? And then you have that the copper tone or whatever, the suntan lotion stuff. You know, you smell like coconuts.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, coconut and chlorine, right? And
the smells of summer.
Yeah, it smells great to me. It's like, I mean, I smell bleach and I get excited. I think, oh man, summertime. So, anyway, you okay? Do you need me to stop talking when you take a drink?
I'm done. I'm right.
Okay. So anyway, we go over to, it's between like the Bellagio and Caesar's Palace. It's all this shopping, right? It's very high end, expensive stores, and so we go in there, and we're walking through, and first thing we do is there's Burberry, and I'm like, oh cool, let's go check out Burberry, and Rabbit says, well, I look awful. Like I don't want to go in there. I look awful. I said, no, it doesn't matter. And she says, okay, well, whatever we do, you know, don't get anybody to help us. Something like that, right? She's gonna be piping in here in a second, saying how I'm screwing up the story. She's like, you know, I because like we're wearing like, you know, just like we were wet, you know, in the pool like 30 minutes earlier. I'm still wearing like my bathing suit bottoms, you know, and like probably like a Hawaiian shirt or something. I don't know what you guys call them in Australia, but you know, the flowered shirt.
Yeah.
And she's wearing like, you know, just like a throw over type thing you'd have like with like a bikini, right? And we go walking into Burberry, and the very first person comes up here and says, oh, you know, welcome to Burberry. Can I help you do anything? And I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, I was like, actually, she wanted something. She was looking for a scarf. Like, I just like immediately hit into it. And next thing you know, they're like showing all this stuff, and she's like about to kill me, right? And I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter. I was like, they don't know. What do they know? I was like, heck, as far as they know. Well, here's the beautiful thing about Vegas is that they really don't know that you didn't last night just hit it big, you know, at a slot machine. And there's a lot of people, a lot of rednecks. We call them rednecks. I can't even talk anymore. They're not red nuts. Rednecks, which is like a bogan for you, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're like a couple of bogans walking around this place. And so they're thinking, oh, those bogans, they got money, and they saw Jerry Springer, someone was wearing, some hip hop video, and they're gonna spend all their money in our store. So we go down to, like, I'm big into watches. I love watches, and
So is my husband, but he hasn't got many.
Yeah, can't afford them, but I love them. And actually, Swatch has a watch out right now that's because Swatch owns everybody. Sorry. Well,
Anyway,
it's a collaboration with Omega, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool looking. Anyway, so sorry. So we walk into the watch store they have there, right? And this is like Rolex is the cheap stuff, right? And we go, no, I take it back. I got the story wrong. We walked into the Fendi store. The Fendi store is where we go. Not the watch store. Watch store was later on. We go into the Fendi store, and she stops by the counter and goes, oh, that's a pretty watch right there. And here comes the dude. I'm like, hey, could she see this? She's about to die at this point, right? I mean, just die. And he says, oh, yeah, this is a great... He starts talking about it. He says, here, let me see. Or no, started showing it to her. And then I said, like, would you like to try it on? And she says, oh, no, not at all. I said, yes, she wants to try it on. I was like, we got something's...
Oh, no.
Her birthday's coming up right around the corner.
I feel your pain. My husband does the same thing to me.
So she puts it on, right? And the dial, the jewels, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and all that, right? Well, each one has like a little diamond in it, right? Well,
Pretty.
Oh yeah, great, right? Well, you pull the stem out, right? And you flip it, and instead of like winding the hands, like if you pull the stem out like twice, the jewels go from like diamonds to blue sapphires to pink sapphires. And he's like, so you can really wear it with whatever you're wearing. And Rabbit's like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I hate to think how much this thing cost.
Oh, it was like $75,000,
gosh.
And she's like, get this off of my arm. I am afraid. I do not want to touch that little tiny stem. And I'm sitting there going, that's not a bad price.
Cool.
Like, that's not a bad price at all. And I was like, I have your card? I asked the guy for his card, walk out. I said, here, you might want to hold on to this. Your birthday's not far away. She's like, yeah, if you can afford a $75,000 watch, that's a down payment on a house. And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. I was like, let's go back over and eat at the taco place in the bar that we were getting $3 tacos.
How did I know you were going to say tacos? I had in my head go, yeah, tacos.
It was. We found that the cheapest place to eat in Las Vegas was a taco. I think it might have just been a taco bar, and it was in our hotel lobby. And it was like, everything in Vegas. I heard that it was cheap, and I'm sitting there going, a hot dog is $10.
Oh my god!
And it's like. These tacos were like $3. I was like, well, heck yeah, let's go back to the taco place. So we ate like
as long as they don't make you sick, it's all right.
Well, I mean, I spent the rest of the money on bottles of water and bottles of booze. So anyway, all right, let's go back over to your stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah, but the thing with her, man, she's still to this day, she's like most embarrassing I ever made her. Because this thing's clasped on her arm. She doesn't even know how to do the clasp. She doesn't want to touch it, right? And she's like handing her arm to the guy, like, just get it off. She's like, yeah, because she's like, there's no way I can get out of here. Jail is cheaper to get out of jail than it is to pay for this thing. All right, let's see here. So, guys, this is Melissa Jaine. Please go subscribe to her YouTube. She's over there underneath the description page. She's also under my channels. We're going to get her channel going. She's going to be the next hot ticket. And, I mean, just look at her. She's the hottest chick in Australia. Got the best attitude, right? And she's a dork, a self-proclaimed dork. So
nerd. I didn't say
nerd.
Dork. I said nerd.
I'm sorry. Well,
Get
whatever.
it right.
Napoleon Dynamite. God. So now, did you do the coffee here?
Yeah.
I can't even pronounce that.
Yes. I spent the money and I bought a Balenciaga coffee mug. I'm like, that'll be cool for photos. I'm just gonna buy it.
What is
I'm not gonna
that?
drink out of it. It's an actual mug. It's a ceramic mug.
But
so they
what
did
is
like a whole.
Balenciaga?
It's a brand.
A coffee
know,
brand?
like- No, like Gucci and Prada, and there's Balenciaga.
Well, see, you know what?
Obviously,
I
you
don't-
don't follow Kim Kardashian.
Oh no, sorry, no. It's been a while since I followed that stuff. Anyway, so all right, so now this you again? All
So
these are your
this is-
pictures.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
it's
I didn't
pretty much all
realize
of my
that.
photos. But like the artwork in the back, that's in my living room. And funnily enough, that heart was actually like it's red perspex, and it was actually carved by my grandfather when he was about 10 years old. So he had given it to his mum, and his mum had passed it. Yeah. So then when she'd passed away, he sort of like had it again, and it got given to my mum, and my mum gave it to me.
So your grandfather carved that?
Yeah, out of perspex,
No, what's that?
like plastic.
Oh, I thought you said Perspex. And I thought
Perspex. Sorry, it's the accent.
Let's see, that's the first time we've had a problem. I can only imagine what. Surely you've got closed captioning on to be able to understand me. Sorry. Oh, that's really cool, though. That's really cool. No, wait a second here. Here's like a wedding-ish photo. Oh,
Yeah,
Tiffany.
I think that was from our anniversary.
So you went to Tiffany for your anniversary?
No, I just wanted a photo in front of it. I wanted to be bougie.
So who are these people?
That's me and my husband.
Well, who took the photo then?
The wedding photographer. I took my wedding photos.
That's a wedding photo. Well, see, I'm so confused. You said you didn't do wedding photos. I thought, well, there's a wedding photo. I thought you took all the. So I'm
Sorry.
so confused.
I should have been more specific.
Oh, hey, how about this one? So I have not seen Harry Potter, but I have seen Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes.
So, yes, Breakfast at Tiffany's is one of the best movies there are.
I do love that movie.
Again, this is you. This is your sofa again?
Yeah.
Or your couch?
Yeah.
Y'all call these couches? Do you sit on a couch
Yeah,
or
we
a
say
sofa?
couch. We say
Okay.
couch.
Now, what's the fur back here? Because this is the second time I see the fur. Is that?
It's a.
Did you run into a kangaroo?
reindeer hide.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do y'all have reindeer?
No. So it was. So the store that I like. If we get them here, they're meant to be like sustainably sourced from, I think, like Scandinavia.
Yeah, but nobody really knows that. You know,
Well,
it's
they
just
eat
some
the
dude.
meat. They eat
What?
the meat,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
they'll
it's
just be
like
like,
leather.
we'll just make this fur for like just to throw over some chick's couch. Someone will buy it.
I love it. I absolutely do love it, and it's I don't know. It's just something classic about it. I
just
know.
read Sinbad.
Oh gosh.
Australia says couch. Remember AH safe word.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What did I say? Last comment. What happened there? Was that about Sinbad? I may sofa myself. I say sofa myself. I think he said I may sofa myself. I was like, gosh, boy, I got a new one here. Squaw Bob says no grumpies. Yeah, I know. Boy, I tell you what. Rally, Persplex is plastic. I didn't know. That's not an American word.
Perspex.
That's what he just says.
Perspex.
Oh.
I
Well,
don't think there's an L. I
you
don't
got
know.
me. I
haven't
know.
won any spelling bees, so
No.
what do I know?
No. Sofa's a fancy couch. Oh my gosh, Crystal's like, we have deer.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Oh my gosh, you guys have everything on Australia. All right, let's go back. I love your Instagram here. So, okay, is this?
Oh, that's off of my husband's car. That's another TikTok.
Oh, okay. Now, are we not allowed to show this, or can?
Yeah.
So
fine.
is he? Does
I
he
don't think
race?
anyone's gonna hunt me down.
No, nobody in America is going to find you. Well, that's so. Does your husband do? Is he a rally sport racer like Rally here in the chat?
He likes to take his car out on the track and just. Well, he doesn't like rally it. He just sort of just does times around around a circuit.
See, that's what Americans think of Australians. Like, you guys do like dangerous, exciting
My
sports.
husband literally just poked his head and going, "Are you talking about me?" Yes.
Yes. Yes, we're talking about his car. He wants to. He's like, that could be
He
your
just got home
channel.
and he's just like, what am I hearing about myself?
Hey, listen, you want your husband to just come home and his wife is talking about him, like in a good way. That's a positive there. That's a positive there. So, all right, so we got the oops, hang on here. I think I hit comment. No, there we go. All right, so this is you.
Yep, Gucci socks. I literally only bought them to take a photo.
That's awesome. I was gonna
You'll
say
actually find I buy a lot of stuff just to take photos.
that's what you're supposed to do, though, right? As a photographer. Now, do we need to go about the shoes? Do we need to know more
Nah,
about
they're nothing
those?
special. It was all about the socks.
All right, now this is you as well.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second.
No
Oh,
music.
I can't do music.
No
I can't do
music.
music. Yes.
No, especially not that one.
Uh-oh. What are you worried about? These are great. Oh my gosh, you're such. Oh my gosh, how'd you do that?
What do you mean? It's literally just stop and then put makeup on and start recording again.
I don't know, man. Like that was like a roller coaster ride. Look at this.
You've got like
It goes down and
the
it's like.
phone, and then you'll like twist the phone and then you'll stop recording and then
Oh my
and then you
gosh.
take the phone and then you put your makeup on and then you just do the phone again.
You got me.
There's a whole bunch of tutorials on TikTok if you'd like to do it.
Okay, now is this one? Hold on, wait a second. That's not
me.
Yeah, but that's not
me.
your profile on your other stuff, though, right?
No, but like on my intro, that's my image.
Oh, I thought I saw that picture before.
I'm like, I'll have something sexy. Maybe it'll,
Do we need to see
bring
this?
people in. Nah.
Does that say okay now? Oh, there's your camera.
Mm-hmm.
And there's that reindeer.
Yep. Gotta have the reindeer in.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, this is a cool photo.
Oh yeah, that was at another property. Again, I see like the lighting and I'm like, ooh.
Now, here's something that I have a question about. So you have the first of all, I love these glass slats. Does that when it's open like that, does that mean it's open air?
It's open air. So they're
that's
louvers.
a cool window. That's cool. That's cool. And I like how it shadows over here and then shadows back over here. Is that a throwback to your architecture background?
Probably
the
a
straight
little
lines.
bit. Probably.
That's cool. That's
Who
really
knows?
cool.
I just see something like that looks cool. I'm gonna shoot it, and then
Here I
think
am-
about
here
why
I
I did
am.
it later.
Yeah, here I am like a dork trying to figure out like something deep meaning to it,
That's just not no. It just looked cool. It looked pretty.
Raleigh, I do not wear makeup. I'd be even more gorgeous if I did. Tom says he wears makeup. Tom is a Emmy award-winning newscaster, so he probably is very much into
Stage makeup.
Yeah, he's had to have stage makeup, but yeah, I was just gonna call it makeup. So
There's a difference. Farron will tell you that.
yeah, she's going to do. I saw her local stream the other morning, and she may be going back to DC.
Oh.
To Washington D.C. Yeah, we'll that's other talk. All right, let's see here. Sinbad's her granddaughter rocks those technical tricks. I'm like, it completely blew me away. Look, Squab Bob, he wears pants, so.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, I was.
Or not, if you're the expert.
Yeah, I know. I was. It just got cold in here. I just realized I had to look around. I'm sorry. Then I realized I'm not wearing pants. No. Oh, we're back into the branding.
Yeah. Well, that's actually that's actually one of my wall arts. So that's what I do with my photography. So I've got a website.
Okay.
That I take my photos and turn them into like art prints.
Okay,
and that's on my ending.
Well, let's go look at that, right? You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, before we do that, so the lips here.
Mm-hmm.
Look right now, that's on your video.
Yes.
What is this?
It's actually my lips, and I just did like a sketch over them. So it's from one of I did like a self-portrait self-portrait like photo for something. And then I just cut the lips out and I just did that.
So you sketch stuff like you can draw, and there's nothing you can't do.
There's a lot. Just because I can do something doesn't mean I do it well, though. There's a difference.
You know what? There's 1 billion people on YouTube. You realize that, right? 1 billion people are on YouTube.
Don't remind me.
So, like, yeah, like you can, anything you do is better than somebody else. Of course, if you're like me, you realize that everything you do is a lot worse than most people. So, you know, it's. Uh-oh. So Mitchell says, you look like Cate Blanchett. No? Are you not a fan of Cate Blanchett, or you don't?
No, I am. But yeah, I don't see it.
Well, let's see here. Maybe a little cheeks. Mitchell, do you think it's the cheeks? Yeah, Sinbad says Farron's going back to DC. Let's see. Oh gosh, man, I miss all this. Oh, Raleigh says the same thing. Cate Blanchett. You know, she was in.
And she's an Aussie.
Well, oh, is she really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize that. She was.
Yeah,
are you related
Australian.
to her?
No.
Do you know?
Australia's pretty big, you know.
I know, but I always say to people, like, whenever they say, like, it'll be like, I'm from California, I'll be like, oh, do you know, like, Rob Lowe? Do you know him? You know, like, by the way, do you know Chris Hemsworth? Do you know Thor? You don't?
I wish I did, but unfortunately I don't.
Wait, so your husband's home?
Oh, well. Walk, there's nothing he hasn't heard before.
Well, yeah. Are you long hair Thor or short hair Thor?
Short haired Thor. Thor Ragnarok hair.
And Thor Ragnarok also had Cate Blanchett in it.
It did.
So see, that's a twofer right there. Do you have a black crown or whatever she was wearing in that thing? No? Okay.
I'm not one for crowns.
I'm
more have devil horns.
Okay, wait a second. Tom Gillis is going to get butt implants when he gets the money. Oh gosh. Now, Tom Gillis is another one. I love this guy. Like, I'm subscribed to him. Check out his stuff. He's a golf pro, and it is so funny. I don't know how we crossed paths, and he got into the chat. Matter of fact, I need to have him on the show. He got into the chat one day, like how you did, and we just started talking. And he started asking me questions about YouTube. And so, you know me, who knows what I was talking about that day. I just started talking to him about that, and just now he's killing it on his channel. So, now wait a second. Here's something you talked about. I said, your husband's home. Don't let him hear you talk about Thor. White Rabbit jumps in and says, long hair Thor, short hair Chris Hemsworth. So she's got all the angles covered, I guess.
Just short hair.
Just short hair. Now, who is Adam Sandler's wife? Because Rabbit says the same thing. She could see that you look like Adam Sandler's wife.
I don't know.
Raleigh looks like Pitbull the singer. So, oh well. Well, let's go back over here because we're gonna go to your webpage. But yeah, the lips thing that really blew me away, and I love the branding on everything here. You really do have a incredible Instagram, and that is something. Hey, matter of fact, let me go. How do I go back to this? This should be your Instagram. If I copy this, and we'll go, guys. If you are an Instagram person, or even if you're not, get an Instagram and go follow Melissa Jaine. And there we go.
Actually, for my other stuff, it's probably better looking over on my other Instagram.
I don't know what that
scroll
is.
through that. Go back to my normal Instagram and then scroll back up, and it has a link to my other Instagram.
I just realized I wasn't sharing the screen. Okay, so what do I do?
So scroll back up.
Okay, go back up.
Go back up. Up. Yep. See, look, Missy Jaine Designs. There's that link there.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's all of my...
This is the one to follow. Well, look at this. Oh, you got a new follower. So, I will put this one in the chat. Look at that. I aim to please. There we go. All right. So, now do we need to look at this one? What goes on over here? Is this your...
So that's all of my, like, the art prints.
Okay, so this would be your... Is this your webpage? MissyJaineDesigns.com.au?
Yeah.
Okay. Reading's hard.
Oh, no. Everything is hard.
Yeah, well, you know. Oh, wait a second. I saw this before, didn't I?
It's probably on my Instagram.
Oh, yeah, music. Yes.
So those are just some new prints that I did. So like one of the first things that I made was like minimalistic donut prints.
I love that.
And so those are the first 5. And then the 4 that are in that little video are...
Is this you doing editing?
Yep. That's me sitting at this computer editing.
No, hold on. Do you have
Told you lately. Oh, no, you actually can.
Is that music or what?
No, it's not.
Pushing through everything that you're going through. Hey, in case no one's told you lately, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for pushing through everything that you're going through. Hey.
So that's cool. That's really cool how you did that. Now, is that your computer?
Yeah.
I like that computer.
That's the dinosaur that I'm on.
Dinosaur you're on. It's funny
I think it's like 6 years old now. It's getting slow. When you're trying to edit really big files,
yeah,
it doesn't like you.
It's funny, like PC people, like, and I mean like personal computer PC, not politically correct. PC people don't realize that it's something about Apple. It's not that hard. It doesn't seem like it'd be that hard for everything to do that. But you buy the computer, and it has for, unless you're someone like yourself who's a pro and you want to upgrade, the programs. But it's like the way it does the editing is just so much faster than what anything PC has.
I don't know. I just feel like using all the different like photographic software and stuff like that I use. I just find it a little bit easier on the Mac.
It's amazing. It's amazing how it is.
And like when I was learning, like we learned all on Macs and things like that. So,
and something else about them is that they are very strong computers. Rabbit one time dragged mine behind a car, so and it fired right back up. It just had a little dent in it, but
keep going.
Yeah, keep on going. All right, so
the whole ones are a bit indestructible. That's not me. That was just a little like, this is what I'm posting soon. I'm posting about donuts.
Okay, so you did not take that photo.
No.
Okay, I was gonna be like, so that had to be interesting. Some of these we've seen. Oh, there's your branding again.
Oh, that was just me fiddling around. Music.
I know. I got it. That's cool. Now, that's cool.
Yeah.
So is this in your house as well, or
no? So that's just like advertising. So like I've just got like one of those apps on the phone that you can like plug your picture in and you can like put a frame around it. So be like, this is what it will look like when it's framed.
You totally could have told me that was a picture you took.
No, but it is my picture, but I inserted it into a frame.
Oh, you did take the picture?
Yeah. I made the picture. I just put the picture into an app and put the frame around it.
I'm so confused.
Does that make sense?
Well, it looks impressive. Now, what about this here?
Yeah, that's one of my photos. That's actually
Now,
one of my best-selling prints.
Now, where are we right here?
That's it's one of the beaches, sort of like up Sydney. So it's like at Freshwater Beach. That's highly edited, but it's still one of my photos. I just made it look very, very blue and cool looking.
Okay, so you now this is the part where I don't understand anything, and you know this is your part. Like I want to promote you. Okay, so you sell this imagery, right? So like I want to buy this. I want to buy this print. Is there a size thing?
So like if you're on the website, we can go to the website if you want.
Okay, let's go.
Maybe it'll be easier to look at them.
All right, let's see here. Let's go up here and go. Is it this one, right?
Yeah.
Ah, crud. Now I got to change my thing. See, now you got to go down here. You got to stop the screen. And then you got to hit share screen. So annoying. Let's see here. Wait a second. Where were you? Oh, there you are. I think. I hope so. Is that it? Yes. Whew, boy. See, it's so hard to do all that.
And you expect me to be able to do it too?
Yeah, just hang out. I mean, look, you're doing it. You realize you're doing it right now, right? Like, you're just hanging out here talking. This is all you have to do. I mean, you'll see here. Adam's wife is Jackie Sandler. Filming Big Daddy, been together ever since. Don't know Jackie Sandler. Anyway, sorry. Melissa. So where are we now? Where do I go from here?
All right, go prints. So right under where it says Message, prints.
Okay.
Just go all prints.
All right.
And then that'll be everything. So you just scroll down.
Oh, wow.
So that's everything that I sell. So like I've got like a list of different sizes. And then like when someone orders it, I just get it printed and I send it off.
Okay, now you say... So, okay, hold on. You said different sizes. I don't know why. I'm drawn to this white chocolate donut. I don't know why, because like this one, the melting hibiscus donut, that's probably the better looking one on the page. Even though I do like this one with that pink smear.
That's the best selling donut print I have.
Which one is? Which one?
The strawberry milkshake.
Oh, strawberry milkshake?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to this. So, okay. So, oh, wow. Oh, cool. Well, look at you. Do you do your own webpage?
It's literally just a standard template in Shopify that you can just mess around with. So pretty much like it's just a template that you can use. You can change around your fonts and colors and all that kind of stuff. And you just plug everything in and it just does it for you. It's very easy.
One, that's amazing. That's really cool. Two, Rabbit and I actually have that system of...
Again, that's the app doing that for me. So it's that one picture. I put it into an app and it gives you sort of like different like ways that you can display your photo. Does that make sense?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so here, this is a big question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So is this, like, if I want 50 by 70, is that centimeters?
Yes.
Oh man, now I'm messed up. Now I'm just like, there's like international treaties. I don't know what's happening. I'm like,
you're turning metric.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening there. I don't know what that means.
Well, I normally put in a centimeter and in inches conversion. Hopefully, it's all correct.
That's funny. Okay, and so like I understand like A4 is paper size. That's like that'd be like an
international. It's an international paper size.
Yeah, it's like 8.5 by 12 inches, I think, or something like that. Or about.
Yeah, I only know it in centimeters.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know it in inches. I'm just guessing. It's 8.5 by 11, I think. Those are inches. Did y'all ever have inches?
A very, very, very long time ago, yes. And then we switched over to the good metric system.
The good metric or the bad metric? Because like the metric system's like
metric's good.
Yeah, but it's changed like 4 or 5 times. I don't know. I read a whole history thing on it one time.
There you go. You know more than me.
I don't know. No, I don't. Like,
I just know everything in centimeters.
Okay, so you
there
know
you go.
what?
Crystal says early 70s. So I remember my mum going on, oh yeah,
70s.
we used to do everything in pounds. And I'm like, I don't know what a pound is, Mum.
Yeah, it's 16 ounces. So weird. That's so weird, right? So America, like, we can never go to the metric system for one simple reason. Our interstate system, our roads, right? Like you can drive from New York to California. So every mile, there's a little mile marker on the side of the road. So it's just like a little metal reflective sign, and it'll say like, whatever number, mile marker you're at on that road. So like, let's say, I think like each state, it starts over. And so like in Tennessee, like I-40, you might be at like exit or like mile marker 417. And then so if you're going west, it goes down. And so it'll be like the next one will say 416, obviously, right? Miles. And to replace all of those with a metric. Insane. Yeah, like that is, I saw it was a random article I saw years ago, it's like, this is that useless trivia knowledge. I know that, and I spent a lot of time in bars playing trivia. But it's like the cost to replace all of our interstate signs would like bankrupt the United States. If you had to do it all at one time, because this has been going on for, when's the interstate system built? After World War II. We had President Eisenhower was the general of Europe, and he saw the Autobahn, and he thought the Autobahn was a great idea. So he came over here and pushed for the interstate system. There you go. A bunch of useless American knowledge that I just feel so dumb that I don't know how to get out of this conversation. So I keep talking. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about donuts. So I love this donut. This is now you take the picture. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, this is so cool. Like I feel like I want to know trade secret. Is that a donut or like a?
It's a donut. Scroll down. So see the one on the right. Yeah. So that's just the actual.
Oh man, it's so cool. Now, what makes you think of something like this?
I don't know. Ideas just like pop into my head, and I'm like, oh, that seems cool at the time, and then other times I'm just like, what am I gonna do with this? And then I just figure something out.
Well, that's why you're an artist.
I don't know. Now, sometimes ideas take a very long time.
Well, I mean, that's fine. So this is the second heavenly photo. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing like the one you showed earlier that's on your Instagram.
Those are actually from Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. So when I was there, I took photos of like the exhibits. It was like the heavenly exhibit or whatever. And I just messed around with them on the computer one day, and that's kind of what I ended up with.
I'd never thought about your filters and stuff like that as being, again, artwork. I mean, it's you're showing me an entirely different side to digital imaging and photography and everything. It's just, I love it. Look at this. I love it. This is hilarious.
I've got that hand sitting around somewhere. I don't know where I put it. So yeah, I actually took the photo of it's like a wooden hand. So like, because what I wanted to do with all these prints was because I went through like a really, really like tough time a few years ago. And then I'm like, okay, what do I want to do with like, I needed something to do. And I'm like, oh, why don't I just like redecorate? And I'm like, oh, the cheapest thing to do to redecorate is to, get some new like art for the walls. And I'm looking going, I don't like anything. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just create some of my own stuff? I'd be like, I'm a photographer. Why am I not putting my own stuff up on the walls? And then 3 years later, 4 years later, this is where it's led to.
So you just wanted artwork on your walls. That is
I just
so
wanted
awesome.
something just like minimal. So like that's why I just tried to keep everything very like
that is
I was like not making myself so big.
That is awesome. So okay, you want this is our story into artwork. So we were driving out in the country one day. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I know I've got to sound like the Beverly Hillbillies to you. So we're driving out in the country one day, and White Rabbit and I, and all of a sudden we looked over in this at this farm. It was feeding time for all these cows, and so these cows are all troughed eating, right? And it's like, I don't know, it's like 20-something cows. And I can't, I think it was all their butts. So their butts were facing the road. We turn around, we go back, and we get pictures, right? It's cool. Like, I'm thinking, this is a great picture. Send off to, like, you know, I don't know, Amazon prints or something. Get this thing printed out. We're going to put this in our kitchen. Because it's just funny. You have cows eating. You have all their butts, you know, right? And White Rabbit's listening. Honey, it was their butts, right? I think it was. To make sure. Yeah. And anyway, look at this. I got the pictures.
Busted.
So, cool thing. It comes in I guess like you send your pictures out in a tube. I'm assuming, right? You roll up into okay. Have the tubes, awesome. It's like, so now we gotta find a frame. Hadn't gotten the frame, and we come home one day, and we had just gotten this blue tick coonhound puppy, the one you hear yelling in the back of my streams. Well, she found this tube. How she got on top of the kitchen table? It's not a table. It's called a workstation. It's like a stand up. It's like an island, like a kitchen island type. It's a tall piece of furniture. She gets this thing. She gets the tube, and she just destroys that picture. And we're like,
no.
Yeah, that was our one foray into. We're gonna do something cool. How cool is that? We're out here driving in the country stuff. And Rabbit's just like, she looks at it, she's just like, no, I mean, you know, yeah, we could have like printed off another one, right? But just like, it wasn't meant to be. Dog said, no, you're not going to put that on the wall. And so it has never gone on the wall.
He just preferred to eat the butts.
Yes. She ate the cow butts. So that is our. So when I see these things, I'm like, wow, like that is really cool. I mean, it really is. And I mean, of course, we're never taking pictures at the quality you do. This is unbelievable. You have an amazing eye. But I wanted to share with you. That was our one. Oh, hey, this is a great. You know, it's like you see. I mean, we're nobodies. We don't. I was thinking that would be a great art conversation type piece. No, man, that dog said, you guys, you're not going to have this. You got to go back to taking pictures.
Not good enough.
Yeah, no, I'm going to.
What were you thinking?
Yeah. She's like, go back to collecting hubcaps or something. Let's see, you're dreaming photographic art. So see, again, you know, the reason why I clicked here is because I noticed the lines. Hang on a second. Stop listening. I don't know why that Amazon thing is listening to me.
That's all right. I'll be streaming something like from YouTube on the TV, and someone will say something, and my Google will go off and start answering a question.
You know, that needs to be like an informal poll sometime. It's like, what does everybody have at their house? You know, it's like, do you have the Google? Do you have the Amazon? Do you have the, what's the Siri, right?
Alexa.
Yeah. Well, Alexa's Amazon's.
Oh, yeah.
But it's the, well, they have the Apple HomePods now, or whatever they are. Yeah. License plates are on the garage walls. Yep, totally had that. Let's see here. But anyway, this picture here, I went to it because, again, I saw the lines. I was like, oh. So anyway, I don't know. Is there anything about those pictures?
No, like literally, I was just waiting for my husband to pick up something. I turned around going, that looks pretty cool. Because it was like a warehouse. And I was like, all I could see was a couple of palm trees at the back going, I need a holiday. All right, let me just take a picture of that and remember it.
That is so cool, though. But I mean, again, it's just that you're...
Sometimes you just see random stuff.
What are you proud of here? What are some of your favorites?
Probably that the water. So I took that shot as part of my final portfolio. Yeah. So it wasn't to that degree. So I'd edited it since that. But yeah, that was one of my favorite prints from when I did my portfolio for when I finished my course. And then there's another one from New York that we actually have it as a mural in our apartment building. So we've got a really, really small hallway, and one of the guys put up frames at the top and the bottom. So we were in a 2-level building, and because it's just he just had some random pictures in there, and he goes, you know what, Mel? He goes, just go. This? No, hang on, go back up.
First page? On the second page?
First page.
Okay.
Where is it?
It's run away.
Yep, it ran away from me. All right, now scroll back down. That's not in order. Oh, weird. Page. It should be on there. Unless it disappeared. Aha. So the one, stop. Okay. So the one, Big City of Dreams.
This one.
Yeah. So I took that in New York. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's actually a mural.
Yeah.
That I have in my hallway now. So that's actually just a photo of the side of a building. Yeah. So there's an artist or whatever that paints different stuff. So he has that artwork, and there's also one of my other photos is another one of his artworks that I took a photo of, and I just turned it all black and white. So yeah.
So hold on, wait. So that's in your hallway, you said?
Yeah.
Right?
So the guy, yeah. So I had a printout of that, and I popped it into the frame that he'd had in our hallway. Mm-hmm. And then he was walking by, and he goes, I really, really like that. He goes, what do you reckon that we do it as a full mural, in the hallway of the building? I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. So yeah. So we got it. So it got so contacted a guy, and he got it printed out really, really big, and it's huge.
Okay, that's because I was like, you're gonna tell me, did you paint one? Yourself?
No. So you send the image off,
really
and then
cool.
they print it out really, really big onto sort of paper that they just a wallpaper.
Jean's here, awesome. Well, that is cool. I didn't even know you could do something like that. And again, look at me. I'm going to point out, I noticed the lines.
The lines.
Yeah. And that's what I would say. I'd be like, oh, Melissa Jaine, she's a great artist. She always has a symmetric line, or look for the symmetric lines in her work. Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I always go by pretty much the rule of thirds.
Oh yeah, God, I'm sorry. I remember reading it somewhere. I think.
Yeah, so sort of
on the iPhone.
Just when that's when when you get the grid, and then you have the 2 lines and the 2 lines. So that's where you can kind of set up a rule of thirds for it to be sort of visually aesthetic. They reckon that's good proportions or something like that of when you're trying to line up photos.
So I'm supposed to have a third, and a third, and everything.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, I have that grid, but I always have it up there because I figure that it's an option, nobody else uses it. I've never seen anybody else use it on their phone. It's I always have it. I'm like, yeah, well, it's
I use the grid all the time, even when I'm using my iPhone.
Yeah,
and I don't want skewed photos.
You don't skew them? Oh,
no, so you don't. Yeah, so everything's straight. so you can actually see like.
Is that why you do your hands like that? Is that your like? Because like
no, I don't know.
Well, no, that's kind of cool. It's like a I don't know, like a branding thing. Oh, so let's see here. I just see Rabbit says Ash drives safe. Ash must be in her car. I saw Tom Gillis said he was on the Autobahn of the East Coast, I-95. And I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be texting then, dude. Are you okay? Sinbad, everybody's racing. Ash has got the pedal to the floor. So yes, all right. Awesome. Everybody, it was like you're always like, you're on your way home listening. You always put that in, and I think that's so cool.
Well, it's just like because I don't want to like write like a random message, and then I feel really bad because I'll be in the car and I'll be stopped, and then I'll send like a quick little message in chat, and then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm driving, just in case anyone tries to reply to me. They're like, oh my god, this girl just like does not reply to like any messages. I'm like, this is why.
I'm so glad you say that, because what's funny about that is I was literally it's happened to me several times. Again, YouTube lifestyle, right? I fall asleep watching a stream, and it's like I'll be like, oh look, so and so's on, and I will say, hey, how you doing? It's good to see you. And then it's like I look up and I jump off because like I am falling asleep. I just want to make sure they get the thumbs up. They see that I put a thing in the chat. It's all about that algorithm, right? That magical algorithm. And then if it's like someone like Madcore is a good example. There'll be a lot of people that come in and they'll say expert. And it's like I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, like I feel awful. Yeah, if I don't say hi to everybody. And Robin, you out of here? Good night, Robin. You feel bad. And I'm like, this is I don't know. Yeah, so now I'm just going to say I'm driving.
I'll be real. I'll be like, look, I'm in bed. I'm falling asleep.
I feel like people don't believe me because I'm like, then I'll fall asleep and then I'll wake up like an hour later or something and I'll be back doing something, posting somewhere else. You're
just getting yourself into trouble there.
Oh, well, I'll end up over at the members only chat, and I don't know. I may end up over there at some point tonight too. So probably I'll be there by myself. I ought to do that sometimes. Just start talking to myself and see if anybody ever comes in and they get meet me mid sentence, Be like, boy, this guy really doesn't shut up.
Been like, I've got no one to talk to. I'm just gonna talk in my voice chat for a while.
Okay, so let's talk about your future. All right, because you have a great future ahead of you. I mean, the best is yet to come, and I see that again. I'm a huge fan. Rabbit and I, we talk about you all the time. And I mean that, like, we're in the car. It's like, isn't it so crazy? It's like having people like we talk about like Rally, Cake or Death, or like Carol or Crystal. It's like you have a Madcore. You have these people like international. Oh, Melanie is from the Netherlands. That's a new one. And I'm like, and if I'm forgetting somebody somewhere, it's not. I'm just randomly picking out names. It's like, oh, okay, how can I forget? Ash is from Canada, Robin's from Canada, and it's like this international group that, I mean, you know how it is. The other night when we were in the members only, it feels like friends.
Yeah.
And we were sitting over there talking about like YouTube stuff that's happening, like stories and stuff. And I was asking you guys, I was like, what do you like to listen to? What stuff? It's just, it's funny, but we do talk about you. When I say that, I mean, it's, especially,
how dare you?
Well, especially since this was coming up, this has really been, I've been very excited about this. So, your future though, I really think is exceptionally bright. I don't want you to ever get down about any YouTube things. Don't look at the numbers.
I'm just very hard on myself.
I know. I can tell. I can tell. And it's funny, Robin, she hasn't left yet, so I'm going to tell a story about her. Robin has sent me screenshots of like what her analytics look like, and she goes, I don't know what any of this means. And I'm like, you're doing great, just keep on doing it. And that's, you know, you'll hit that stride, you'll hit that moment, and you have to also, YouTube is like your photos. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
So, when you said, you know, your reaction video was great. You have great facial expressions. Great facial expressions. So, I got started, I had no idea. And you watch all these other videos and you think, oh yeah, I love that. I'm going to do that. Or, yeah, oh, I love that too. I'm going to do that. And you, Mitchell, he reminded me, we were looking at spiders, the members only. When you were telling us about the poisonous spiders. And then the biggest spider I think I've ever seen in my life is a friendly house spider. So,
Friendly.
yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what that thing was. You told us to look up, but
A huntsman.
a huntsman. I mean, that just sounds deadly. That just sounds deadly.
They're
But
big friendly giants.
yeah, giants accidentally step on you. So,
I'm sure this spider could probably step on you too.
yeah, right. It's huge. It's huge. It's like, oh, sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to step on you. It's like, oh my gosh. I mean, I couldn't imagine waking up in one of those things on your head.
It would like legitimately cover your whole face.
It is. You described it like
It'd be the spider version of Alien.
It is. It is. It's, oh my gosh, Alien. Yeah, those things, they impregnate you through your face. Oh. Well, you really are, like, you are cool. I didn't realize I say cool. Listen, when you start talking nerd, when you start talking nerd talk and you say, oh, you are cool, you're not cool. But you don't count. You're Australian. So see, it's really cool. Like you give us all the cool movie stars. But yeah, you get in there and you start making your content. And you're like, I don't know who's going to listen to this. I don't know why anybody would find this funny. And I don't know, and you just keep hammering stuff out. And that's the main thing.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Do you have, what are your fears about as far as YouTube?
It's more just like looking stupid and being like, who's
Okay,
this
here.
girl? Like, really? You're reacting to stuff? You think you can react to stuff?
Okay, so let's practice this. Okay,
Don't make me practice.
no, look.
Why are you turning it into school?
No, it's not school. Practice is at school. Practice is I don't know. Practice is playing with a new piece of camera equipment.
Meanwhile, I wish I had my new laptop.
I know you're dying, aren't you? It's like I know it's coming, and you're so excited, and it's like it's not here. Yeah, I hate waiting. But so the only thing you have to worry about, you're gonna have someone's gonna call you ugly, and they're gonna say, "Why are you on here?" And you have an awful voice. Okay, so there we go. We've gotten past all of that. Bella's here. She's like, I worry about being cringe. She has great videos. I mean, all these people have done amazing stuff. Oh, hang on a second. I forgot about this. Yeah, Rabbit and I went to a lake house, and she woke up. And
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, she did.
I run with tiny little spiders.
Oh, no, this thing was big. I was like, what is that thing? I was afraid of it. Anyway. So, okay, you already passed the criticism. I just gave you your criticism. That's all you have to do. So.
Easy peasy now.
Yeah, it's all easy peasy. There's, Okay, look at Robin's channel. Robin didn't know what she wanted to do. And I said, but you're a musician. Like, you love playing music. Why are you not just playing music up here? And so she that's her thing. And she's like, wow, I'm really starting to enjoy this. You make great videos. And you've got a great sense of humor. They're great videos. I mean, you saw how everybody reacted in the chat.
Forgot about the story from my first video. We got off on a tangent and forgot.
I've never forgotten. I can't remember one sentence to the next. Oh my gosh. So, okay, your first video, which was the
1 minute.
Yes, I already forgot. I don't even know where it is now anymore. Holy cow. Oh yeah, the one where you did all the different faces. Hang on a second here. I'm gonna bring that back up. Let's do that show one more time. You can never have enough
facial
promotion. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Okay. So now let's go back. Oh wait, hold on here. I don't know if I'm sharing. I am sharing. Wow, man! I tell you what, it's harder doing this with one monitor, evidently. So it was this one, right?
Yeah.
See, there's that hand thing. I love it.
It could be my thing.
I really thought it was.
No.
You have a beautiful smile, beautiful eyes. Yeah, I mean, I love that look. So there's your thing again.
You know what? I think I just repeated it. I didn't just space it out to a minute.
I love it.
So I'd like just copy and paste it. So there's a couple of things that are just repeated.
That I can do right now.
I love every part of this. And then there's the lips thing. I love your logo. Is this your logo? Is this officially it?
I don't know. It was just me just making something up to have something. So I'm just
That's
like,
awesome.
I just want to make an opening and closing. I just want it to be simple and clean and whatever this will do for now. I'll figure out the rest later.
So here's something that when I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, I didn't watch your expressions all. I was like, I love your smile, I love your eyes. And I'm sitting there going, it clicked on me. Like, people that are listening may not realize when I'm saying that. It's like, yes, you have a beautiful smile, okay, but when I say I love that, I'm like, you tell a story with your smile. You tell a story. Yeah, look at that. Look, see, I mean, you've got a wonderful facial expression. You have an entire, you could do, I mean, you can tell, well, you did. For a minute there, you almost had zero talking, and it was all about your facial expressions. When you read the stuff off about it, was it the cringiest things?
Oh, it's like the stupidest things, I think, or the dumbest things people had said in 2022.
Okay, you gotta tell me. I have to know this. Did you read those before you did it?
No, you know what? Because I've got like a whole bunch of different articles and stuff like that I've saved on my phone. So like I literally only read the first couple of things.
Yeah.
To see if it's any good.
Okay.
And then I'm like, no, you know what? And be like, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll go because I need to be surprised.
That's Bella's got a very expressive face in a very good way. And Robin too. Agreed. Beautiful smile. Then her thing. Then awesomeness. Mitchell, I don't know what I am, but when I first saw that, I did see people person the first time. I was like, uh-oh, what's he say? Okay, never mind, that's safe. You're okay, so you read the beginning of it to see if that's something you want to talk about.
Yeah,
that's how I do it, because my thing is that if I read an article, I want to react to it live with the person who sees it. So even if it's a recorded thing, you always get to see the first time you hear about it is the first time I'm hearing about it. The thing that got me was like some of those things you were reacting to, I was like, oh, I don't know what that is.
I'm just like,
I was like, I'm glad she does, and that's why I was asking you if you read it beforehand, because it's
no,
like,
because I wanted natural reactions.
yes, well, it came off great. It really did come off great. And again, everybody, please go subscribe to Melissa Jaine's channel. It's in the description of this video. It's awesome. I'll also, gosh, please, if I forget, do not let me forget. We'll put all your other stuff here. Well, hold on. If I put out your Instagram, which one do you want to go out?
Either. I don't mind.
You're so laid back. You're so chill.
I'm at that point in my life where I'm just like, whatever.
That's so awesome. Do you worry about in Australia stuff like, I mean, obviously you don't worry about being doxxed, stuff like that. Is that
Not
a problem
really.
for people over there?
As far as I know, not really. Like, I haven't heard of any, like stories of like swatting or anything here, so that's why I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, you're a civilized society.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I don't know if you've seen Aussies over in Bali when they're drunk. That's not civilized.
No. Okay, so that's something that's funny to me. Is I can't ever find like Australian news or like UK. I mean, anything international. Every time I try to do a search for it or something like that, nothing really pops up. I know you guys had a lot of like protesting like in the last year or something.
Oh yeah, there was with all the like the masks and stuff.
Yeah. We'll say with the stuff.
Yes,
and isn't that weird? I'm so blown away that we're at a point in our lives where we have to worry about what we say. I thought I was an adult. Oh wait, evidently I'm not old enough to be an adult yet. I won't be an adult when I can say whatever I want to. But
I don't know if that'll ever be a thing.
To be an adult? No, there's no chance I'll ever grow up. You can ask Rab about that one. There's no chance I'm growing up. But sorry. So, but you don't have to worry about stuff like that. Here, that was one of the things like Rabbit she got me a microphone, said quit talking to me, go talk on YouTube. I was like, okay, sure.
Or to yourself in a voice chat.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do that later on. So, but she said the only thing is that I don't want you to. You can't turn the camera on, or use a real name because she just doesn't want to put up with the misfortune that comes along with it. Now, personally, I think she was trying to tell me that like I look a lot better with a mask on. So that is very true. We're Debbie. I'm an adult, but not grown up. And then White Rabbit says, yes, he is 16.
So my husband's the same.
Oh, that's awesome. I like your husband.
When you're trying to have a grown-up conversation, it's not so much fun.
That picture.
Our video will just come through the door again.
That's
awesome. Talking about me.
Well, did you tell him about the rugby picture?
Yeah.
When everybody was all muddy and everything, and then,
literally, I'm like, after I had taken the group shot, I'm like, I've got to go take a photo of the dirty boys for the chat, and he goes, all right, whatever. He goes, just don't go over the line, all right?
That is hilarious. Did you see Miami Spice? She put on there. She said, "Send me one of those. I'll hose them off."
I'm sure they would enjoy it too.
Oh yeah. It'd be like, oh good, I'm clean. I feel like you have to have one of those showers. I don't know if you guys have them in Australia, but it's like you go to the beach and you come back to your car. They have like you pull the string or
showers.
Something. Yeah. I never thought about those things. Like those things are probably full of like I don't know amoebas and protozoas or whatever they are. I don't know. Microbiological whatevers. Rust is what I figured there is here in America. Just a bunch of rusty waters being poured on you. I felt like the rugby players needed that.
Well, they got change rooms, so technically they can shower. It's just their clothes that stay dirty. So yeah, they've got like changing rooms.
Like with showers and everything like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
changing
I
rooms
see
like
me.
showers, everything.
No, I'll become home dirty before I start taking showers with
Like
others.
seriously, can you imagine being covered head to toe in dirt and then trying to get into your car?
I can't. Well, okay, you know, like earlier, I was looking at your product placement stuff. I mean, did you hear the way I was talking about those brands? Do you think I'm a guy that gets covered head to toe in dirt? You know, yeah, no. Obviously, I'm not that
Can't get the
guy.
shoes dirty.
Oh heck no. Shoes. It's a shoe displacement theory is what I call it. If you always check out the shoes. If they don't, if the shoes aren't taken care of, the rest of them isn't taken care of.
It's the look. It completes the look, or it can make
Yes.
the look.
Well, I mean, nice shoes. You don't really need to worry about anything else. They're the ultimate accessory. Which reminds me.
That or $75,000 watches.
Yes, that is true. That is very true. That you can flip the jewels. It's like, well,
That's
you know, it's like
crazy.
it really was the coolest thing I ever saw. Like nowadays, I'd be like, I've got to make a YouTube video about this, you know. But like back then, I'm like, I say back then, you know, it's like the ancient days, like 2 years ago,
pre-YouTube.
Yeah, 2 years ago, before I was on YouTube, everything changed. I'm just waiting for the next thing after YouTube. It's going to go to the wayside soon. It's about to wear out. So
I feel like I'm starting it too late.
Don't ever say that. You know you don't say that. You're starting it right on time. If there was no YouTube, hey, wait a second. Raul, you can't see him. White Rabbit has him. He's hidden. White Rabbit, shoes and handbags. That's all you need. You can wear sweatpants. Yoga pants are her thing. She the other day I looked at her yoga pants and I was like, wait a second, what's that on the back of your yoga pants? And I was like, did you get new ones? And she said, yeah. I was like, I didn't get a fashion show. I'm always like, she gets something new. It's like, I want you to try it on. I want to see it. And, I mean, that's the cool part about being a guy is like your girls, she put on something. It's like, oh, hey, this is what I got. I was like, I didn't get a fashion show. She says, they're just black yoga pants. I already have other pairs. I'm like, yeah, but those have a cool little blue stripe around the waistband. I didn't see that.
Oh, well.
That is me. That is me. Let's see here. Uh-oh. What's that going by you?
Huh?
Something just went by, didn't it?
It was a light.
A what?
Because I'm in front of a window, so it was like light from outside.
Oh, well, I heard like I thought it was like a plane or something going by.
No, it was a car.
Oh. Well, that's
actually very, very lucky. It's a rainy day today, so all of the riffraff have not come.
Do you live at the beach? Is that the?
Yeah, so like that picture that you showed earlier, the birds aren't real. So that's like legitimately like an 8-minute walk down the road. So I live sort of like a few streets back from the beach. And it just so happens to be a hotspot where riffraff come.
Oh, wait, that's not the one.
Wrong one.
Not the one. Wait, that's not the one either. I mean, look, I'm just going right through all these things. I'm doing this by accident. See, now I see that one. Where's yours, though?
It's lost.
It's here. I got it. There it is. You have beautiful handwriting, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, I need. That's what you need to do. Is you need to start selling Post-it notes with notes written on them. And because like I told him like, oh yeah, I could use a birds aren't real. Do a hashtag up, but well, that's beautiful. I didn't realize you're that close. So that's really.
Technically, it's a bay. It's not really like a beach.
Mm-hmm.
So like where Sydney is, so you've got like a whole sort of like line of beaches, and then it kind of like cuts it. So there's like the heads, and there's like a bay.
Yeah.
And then we're in that like bay area.
So is there a river that goes into there?
No, it's just
No?
the water. So there's sort of like, yeah, I don't know, all like the shipping containers sort of like come in through those heads, and there. So like if you sort of like go a bit further out, there's sort of it's where all like the international
Shipping
like
and all that stuff, yeah.
yeah shipping containers and all that come in. So
that's
it's just a huge bay kind of thing, but it's still
that's great.
considered a beach. But we're like, it's a bay.
So, yeah, most, and hold on, is it like the sand? Like, do people go out there and like lay on it and sunbathe
Yeah.
and stuff? So is the sand soft? I know it sounds weird.
Yes, the sand is soft.
Okay, so we've got bays. Like you said, like the shipping containers and stuff come in, and I asked if there was.
That's why I don't swim in it. I'm like, like because we're close to that, and we're close to the airport as well. And I'm like, I am not swimming in this water. You can forget it.
Well, I figure it's because everything around Australia is shark infested. That's all
but there are, but within that area, I think sharks do come in. I think it was a year or so ago. I don't know how long ago it was. There was someone was swimming out in the water and actually got taken by a shark, probably about a 10-minute drive down the road.
Oh my gosh. Like that's, I mean,
and so so in some of the areas, that's like protected areas to swim. So it's sort of like it's netted off as like a protected swim area. So even though it's a bay, we still get like sharks and stuff like that. People fish in that area all the time.
Oh, it's so crazy though. Think about like Australia has a unbelievable amount of great
Australia will
white
kill
sharks.
you.
Yeah, it will. I don't know how anybody survives.
I don't know. It's survival of the fittest.
It is. That's how you guys made it. It's funny. I was reading some history about Australia just so in case we needed something to talk about. And I was like, it was a penal colony for Great Britain, and that
all the
happened.
Criminals.
Well, that happened after the American Revolutionary War, and we left Britain.
Yeah, and they're like, you know what? Don't send your criminals to America. Now you're going to ship them off to Australia, all
They
right?
were sending them to the southern United States. They like Georgia. The state of Georgia was a criminal colony, and so it's like after that war is when stuff started going to Australia. From what I was reading, I was like, oh, that's so weird. That's like a weird connection there. So
all I remember is that. Is it Columbus? Oh my god!
Yeah,
my history. He found like part of Sydney or whatever. So and then
Columbus?
It's just like, oh, I don't know.
That guy found everything.
I don't know. I can't remember. If Crystal's here, I'm sure that she could look it up for me because I just can't remember.
Crystal does. She is the Australian.
She's my encyclopedia. Yeah.
Right.
I see. I know stupid facts. I don't know actual educational facts.
Well, you are the trivia winner, the taco trivia winner. So you do know stupid facts. That is great.
Yeah,
that is great. And by the way, congratulations.
I don't know how I won. Like legitimately, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of know this one. I kind of know that one. And it's just like, okay, everyone's going for that. I'm like, I'm gonna go for that one too.
Yeah, but that's not how the software works. I mean, it's because it's all based on you have to have the right answer and how fast, but you have to get it in so fast that's why like if there's two people have the same score, one wins and one doesn't because the one who got in faster wins. That's why I don't believe your whole like, oh well, I just followed everybody else. No, you didn't. You actually you're smarter than you are a nerd. Self-proclaimed nerd.
It's like, well, I think there were a lot of like more like TV show movie type questions this time. I'm like, it's stuff I know.
Do you watch Real Housewives? Do you guys have that? Or that's right.
Yeah, we do on streaming services.
Yeah,
but I don't really watch it. I'm not big into that type of drama. Like.
Now, see, Rabbit, she loves that. Now we got back into Debbie has all the lyrics for everything. We started talking about the bay, and now we're doing sitting on the dock of the bay. So yeah, the Rabbit loves the Housewives, and I think they even did one in Sydney, didn't they?
They did one in Melbourne.
Melbourne, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think they did Sydney. They did Melbourne. Melbourne's more like fashion forward than what Sydney is. Sydney's more of like business rat race where everything is 100 miles an hour, whereas like Melbourne's probably more like arty and fashionable. Oh, I thank you. I don't think I am though.
Smarter than the average bear, Yogi Bear. That's funny. So is there? I don't know. So like Australia, now is the middle of Australia, like every city I know is kind of like on the coastline.
Yeah, because pretty much the center of it is just all desert. It's just all sand. So there's a few, like there's like a few towns and stuff like that are probably out in the desert. Like there's Broken Hill, which is on the border, like on the internal border of New South Wales. And that's probably one of the main ones that I know. But there's towns everywhere. But, you know, like everyone pretty much just lives along the water.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It's hard to live in a desert. Yeah, it's, again, that's Las Vegas is having that problem. They're learning. Well, I'm trying to think. Is there anything that I've missed? Anything you want to tell people?
No. I don't know.
Well, we could talk about Jerry Springer. I mean, that's
gosh.
That's how it starts and begins, right? It's always that. Well, I'm trying to think. This is so amazing. I mean, I'm so impressed by you. I'm so impressed that you're here. I'm so thankful that you let me do this. Will you ever come back now that you've spent this time with me?
Yes, I will come back.
I put you on the spot there.
No, no, but you know what? You just need to get that first live stream over and done with.
Well, I mean, you were made for this. You're absolutely made for this. Now, look, you do know that I'll do anything I can to help you.
Of course.
And I mean that.
No, like you guys are the ones that like encouraged me to do this in the first place. I remember being in chat and be like, oh, you guys make me want to start a YouTube channel. You're like, yeah, totally start a YouTube channel. We'll follow you. We'll be your first followers. And you guys were my first followers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if, again, it's, I mean, we live in a world that is like, it's the cool hip thing is to make fun of people. I mean, I make fun of people all the time, but it's to be mean to people, you know? And there's being mean to people, and there's just, you know, like teasing. Yeah.
As long as it's not like malicious.
Thank you. Malicious is the thing. There's a malicious, cruel element to the internet that people have a weird attraction to, or they want to be that way. I have no idea at all. And if we do so much better when we work together and we promote each other and try to celebrate each other. Because you don't have a channel. This is my big takeaway, and this will probably change by the end of the week. Well, it is the end of the week. This will change by the next time we talk. You don't have a channel. You will never have a channel. You have a piece of the algorithm, and just getting out there constantly is how you get your little, you know, upticks.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest thing that I'm finding right now. It's just because work has been so busy. I'm like, oh my God, when am I going to film?
Yeah, see, and especially a perfectionist like you, it's got to really be a pain. That's, for me.
Well, yeah, that and doing natural reactions and stuff as well. You have to be in the moods. This is like, if you're feeling like, you know, if you feel like dirt, it's just like, you're just like, this is the last thing I want to do. It's just like, you know, if you're trying to react to something and you want to be funny and you're not feeling it, you're just going to be like, oh yeah, that was funny.
I cannot believe you said that. That happened to me this week, And I last Saturday I woke up and I was like, God, I don't feel good. Like it was just I had a horrible headache. My stomach was bothering me. And then it was like Sunday it got worse, and I didn't know what was wrong. I think it was, it's something. I don't know what it was. Maybe bad Taco Bell. I don't know if you guys have Taco Bell, but
You know what? They actually opened up Taco Bell, I think, last year or something like that. So there's a couple of restaurants here. I haven't actually gone.
yeah. Well, I mean, when you do go, you're gonna take a picture of the menu and send it to us.
All right.
So we
'Cause I
can
think
see
it's different. I think I had a quick look online, and I think it's very different. Like it's very, very basic.
Well, one of the things that one of the harder things for me to get used to was Matt Core kept saying he wanted to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken or KFC for
And have a chicken burger?
For a burger. Yeah, he wasn't saying a chicken burger. I'm like, dude, who's having a KFC burger, man? Like, that's just weird.
Yeah, we call everything like a burger. Like if you just say a burger, we know it's a beef burger, and then it's just like, oh yeah, chicken burger, fish burger, vegetarian burger.
That makes sense when you say it
But
like
when
that.
we say sandwich, we think of 2 pieces of sliced bread, and then that's a sandwich. That's how like we think of a sandwich.
But like you have like meat on it or something.
Yeah. Or well, you can put anything in it.
Well,
Like you can just have a cheese sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, we have grilled cheese is a awesome staple of my life. Peanut butter and jelly. Oh,
Yes.
You guys don't like peanut butter and jelly, do you? You don't like peanut butter?
Well, we don't say jelly. We say jam.
We'll see jam something different than jelly. For
Is
us,
it
yeah.
though?
Jam has fruit pectin, or not pectin. It's fruit based, whereas jelly is juice based. I
Okay.
don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, well then we don't have jelly here. We have
Jelly
like
is
jelly,
more like
but it's
candy.
different. So like we've got like so the brand for our like jelly is called aeroplane jelly. So it'll come in like a little so our jelly is like a little packet of like gelatin stuff that we pour hot water into and then set in the fridge, and it's like wobbly jelly. That's our jelly.
That's Jello. We call that.
That's our jelly.
Oh yeah, that's like Jello, Jello. We have.
Yeah,
that's
ours is
that's
jelly.
the jingle. Did you hear that? That was my. You notice that all my accents and all my singing and everything is all the same voice. It doesn't change. Like tonight, I've been doing an Australian accent, so you'd feel comfortable all night long.
Oh no, it definitely made me feel comfortable.
Okay, good.
Made me
good.
feel right at home.
I was afraid I had more of a Melbourne accent than a Sydney one, so I've been working on this. Jerry. Let's just go back to what we know. So that would be Jello. We're just gonna have to start having. Hey, True Crime, how you doing? I know it's been going on with the True Crimers, man. They were all, and I'll probably be covering more about the Kylie Rodney stuff shortly. But anyway, that's been going on all day over here. But yeah, we need to have like a food thing where it's like I'm gonna be like, okay, this is Jello.
It's jelly.
Oh, you know what? We could do that like back and forth. That might be a YouTube thing. It's like Australia versus America.
Well, I did want to do like an eating like American food stuff, because we've got like stores here that specialize in importing like American stuff. Actually, we've got like a little like corner store that has like a whole bunch of like American things. Like they've got Talkies, they've got Little Debbie cakes and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh! Like that would be. Oh my gosh, that would be really good. Now I don't know where to find anything Australian. Crystal says there's an Australian like market or something in America that'll ship anywhere.
Probably.
But that would be cool. You know what? Did you hear that I got? Do y'all have Skittles candy?
Yeah, we got Skittles.
Okay. Did you hear that I got some freeze dried Skittles?
What's a freeze dried Skittle?
I don't know. Evidently, I walk into the store. It was a candy store, and I'm taken away by the Sour Patch Kids because I love Sour Patch Kids. And they had like a whole display. They had Sour Patch candles. They had Sour Patch like soft, like stuffed animals. And so, yeah, like it was like the little Sour Patch Kids. I'm guessing you know what Sour Patch Kids are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, like this is awesome. The Sour Patch Kids candles, that one got me. I was like, I've never thought about, oh yes, I want the smell of Sour Patch Kid lemon floating throughout my house. I've never thought. Now that would really cover. That would change the smell of this place. That would really that would tie all the artwork together.
I've actually got a candle. What is it? I think it's called like movie night or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a chocolate popcorn scent. Whenever I burn it, and my husband comes home, he's like, "Cookies."
That is awesome.
Like, have you been baking cookies? I'm like, no, it's the candle.
Oh,
and he's like, cookies? And I'm like, I'm not making new cookies. He's like, oh, cookies.
That is awesome. Look, I love
every time.
I love when the chat takes over. Thank you. Mitchell's like, okay, I'm getting more.
Be like, oh, we've had enough of them. We're just gonna have our own conversation, all right?
I love that. So anyway, I walk in there, and I'm not paying any attention to this when I walk past. And I hear this kid say, oh, look, they got freeze dried. And I'm like, and I say kid, like he's in there with his dad, right? Well, the woman that runs the store or whatnot, she's like, oh, yeah, those are the real big thing over on TikTok. And I'm like, I immediately turn my head. I'm like, wait, did you say TikTok? These are big on TikTok? I'm like, oh. So, of course, I bought some because I was like, I'm going to do a video on freeze-dried Skittles. They're big on TikTok, so, of course, I'm going to do a YouTube video on it. They're still in the bag. I mean, because I'm waiting to, open them up, I was like, I don't know. Now, she did give me a sample. Yeah. Okay, so I understand, like, what the idea is behind it. But evidently, they just freeze-dried candy now. That's the hot thing to do. And I'm like,
how does it freeze dried though? Like,
I don't know. I guess it's like astronaut ice cream. Do y'all have that? Did you ever have that? The like freeze dried ice cream.
Sounds like something.
It's a scam's what it is. They try to tell you it's astronaut ice cream.
We don't have anything referred to as that, but I'm sure that, like there was like nitro ice cream. So like you'd go to like order ice cream. And they've got, like the mix going around in like a KitchenAid, and then they pour like dry ice in.
Oh, we had a place
and then it all and then it all smokes.
Yeah. No, that's an ice cream place, man. We went to
that's
a place.
The only thing I can think of that's close enough.
Okay, no, like the freeze dried ice cream is like it's just dried. I mean, it's like you open it up, it's a dry, flaky, not flaky, crumbly. Like it's a weird thing. I don't know if
this sounds appetizing.
It's not. Okay. Don't get confused. But the dry ice cream, that is really cool.
Yeah.
I went to that place. I was like, yeah, it was cool. And this it was like new, and they had like all new people working in there, and I was like, I don't think they know how dry ice works with this. It kind of took a while to make it. I mean, it was delicious. Don't get me wrong. I used to love ice cream very much. Since Corona, though, I was like, I don't like ice cream anymore. Yeah, I was inflicted in December. I'm like, now I don't like ice cream. It's weird.
Oh, well.
But anyway, yeah, so the freeze-dried Skittles, that is the one food thing that I have. But I don't know where an Australian store is to try out anything. But that'd be
we'll
cool.
We'll have to search for it for you.
Well, it'd be cool if you did your like an Australian eating American food.
It's been done a million times before, but like everybody repeats the same stuff.
It's
just like how much original content is there legitimately out on YouTube?
It's just the way you do it.
Exactly.
That's the people they come to your channel to listen to you. Or see
I just saw pictures. Chat.
Dude, he lights the place on fire, man. He is awesome. He is awesome.
Oh, stop.
That is awesome. Do you get any of that Hunter Biden news down there? Oh, of course, yeah, you're streaming everything.
Yeah, and
See,
plus
that's so
I hear a
crazy.
lot of this stuff when I watch Farron.
Oh yeah, Farron's great. Oh yeah, that was the thing. So evidently she's looking at a job offer back in Washington D.C. and
That's pretty cool.
She said that
Well, even though she just left.
Yeah, I know. But she said if it works out, that she'd be able to. Her thing is she wants to have a studio room, so she'd have like a 2-bedroom apartment and do one which is for YouTube videos. And what she wants to do is like hair and makeup stuff, because you were talking about that earlier. Yeah, and I was like, again, that goes back to you saying like stage makeup, and I was like, man, how cool would that be to see how like she does all that stuff. But yeah, Farron's great. She's really.
I love
cool.
Farron.
Very down to earth, cool and laid back.
I just love her personality. She kills me. I love it.
She is a showman, to say the least. She really does great. Well, listen, I'm so glad to have you. Thank you for
having
on.
me.
Hey, I'm just glad that we didn't run you off.
Never.
Yeah, that could have happened that first night. I mean, did that never go?
Like, oh my god, who are these crazies?
Yeah, did that thought never go through your mind? Oh
No.
wow.
Maybe I'm just naive. Who knows?
Well, it is. Bella's lighting it up. She's like, chocolate cream. I love Farron. What kind of pie? I think somebody's hungry. Let's see here. If, of course, as you progress, you go down here. If you have any questions or anything, you want to try anything out, I'm here for you.
Thank you. No, you guys have just been so supportive, and just all the kind words from like everyone leaving comments on my videos, and just all of the subscribing. Like, it's just been incredible. Like, I never even imagined I would get like 2 subscribers. Yeah.
I mean, it's
to
crazy.
like be on someone's like when I first popped into your chat, like I didn't think that, like I'd be like on your live stream. So I've made it a fair way. From being just sort of like, oh my god, who is this girl?
Were you shy? Were you? I mean, because
I am an incredibly shy person. So like,
no way. Okay,
I am just like that perpetually shy person that will just avoid going and doing things because they're just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my god.
Okay,
that's another thing that's been hard with filming as well. Just because I am like so shy, I'm like, oh my god, like, how am I even going to do this? It's like I'm just.
Is that why? So are you like Jerry Springer? You turn the camera around, so you're behind the camera, so you don't have to.
Well,
be
look,
in front
I'm a photographer. I'm used to being behind a camera than in front of one. So
Weird Debbie says I missed her starting the pie thing. Let's see here. She's got key lime pie, also chocolate cream pie. I'm like, listen, I love pie. You guys, we could have a whole.
We don't really
stream
do
on that.
pie here.
Really?
No.
Well, you do cakes. I saw your cake.
We do cake. We
That
don't
was
really do
awesome.
pies. Well, not like your guys' pies. Like the closest thing that we've got is a custard tart.
Really?
I'll have to take a photo. Like it is like the most quintessential like Aussie thing is like this dodgy custard tart that you get from the supermarket.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. So like, see, stuff like that is so
Oh my
perfect.
God.
Like like the thing like you were saying about kangaroo meat.
Oh, yeah.
That is so like blew my mind away. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh! Like that's crazy.
Yeah, listen, I think my husband goes, I think we're probably the only country that eats our national animal.
Well, now, okay, so I live in Tennessee, and so that's a state. You understand how the states work, right? It's kind of like, oh gosh, I've already forgot all. where all how you get to yours. North, south. Oh wait, no, was it NWS?
New South Wales.
Oh, NSW. See,
NSW. Yeah.
I'm horrible. Please forgive me. We have.
It's all right. You're American.
I know. I'm quintessential American. I mean, I'm a. Kick her dad. Oh, that's right. She was a member on the. She got a free membership, and then she resubbed. Thank you, Caker Depp. I would hate to lose you. She is and I forget where she's from in the UK. So I'm losing it on everybody. Bella, I've actually had.
I got my Mr. Darcy thing, so.
Do what now?
She got my Mr. Darcy thing. Don't worry, it's on Discord. It's a thing.
I'll have to go check it out. But anyway, so yeah, Tennessee, our state animal is the raccoon, and I don't even know.
I already don't know where this is going, and I'm like,
you guys don't have raccoons, do you?
No, we have possums. I guess that they're probably pretty close.
Possum's a marsupial, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they kind of run along the same.
They both eat trash. So,
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so raccoon is our state animal. Our dog that's so loud yells all the time. We call it yelling. It's supposed to be like banging or whatever. Is a blue tick coonhound. They're bred to hunt raccoons. Yeah, and yeah, that's the whole thing. So yeah, a lot of people eat our state animal, raccoon. That's a fine meal for many a person. I am not a raccoon eater.
I'm sure it's delicious when it's marinated and cooked, right?
Yeah, you know what? I'd rather just get
I think I'd rather go to Taco Bell.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Taco Bell. That's right. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Taco Bell. Their ad used to be run to the border. Make a run to the border or something like that. I just realized.
I think you need to go run to the toilet.
That's right. I never thought about that. That's what it should be. Oh man, that's it. Well, with that one.
Oh my.
Oh gosh. I'm done. You got me on that. Melissa, thank you.
It was a pleasure.
If you'll stick around for a second. I'm gonna hit the snooze button or whatever. I'm gonna stop the thing. And you just stick around for a second, okay? Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please go subscribe to Melissa Jaine.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing.